Let's go.
Welcome to everyone for another show of the Blue Stand. Tonight we're going to discuss the reaction of the Leicester game, plus everything else, premiership results, and we talk about Mason Mount's contract and everything about the premiership and Chelsea, of course. Yeah, so I want to welcome Reese. He's on the panel today with us, and OG, of course. OG does CFC OG has a channel. CFC OG. You
Big
can
up, man.
find him. OG, you can tell everyone where to find you.
Yeah, CFPOG, that's simple. I do a lot of watch alongs, especially the 3 p.m. ones. I know it's not easy to find those games. It's not easy to watch those games, the 3 p.m. ones. Do watch alongs. I also help people, give them the link, how to watch it online. A lot of people struggle to watch it on those not so legal streams.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I advise people, if you haven't subscribed to OG, do so because he's got great content. Great Chelsea fanatic like myself and Reese here. Yeah, so yeah, let's start with a great win. Saturday, really great win. Um, 3 goals. We managed to get 3 goals. All right, we conceded one, but uh, who would have guessed we're going to get 3 goals and great goals? Graham Potter was very pleased. Said everything really good in his press conference after the game.
Mm.
I was glad about that. Um, and Carl Havertz talking after the game. He was really pleased. He said, I haven't hit it running in the last year or so, but now I found I can play, deeper. He was playing deeper, getting the ball. Even on the wing, you saw him. They were mixing it up, all three of them, Felix, Mudryk, and him. He loved it, he said. It suits him. And he also said the only reason he didn't celebrate was just in case it was offside. With this VAR, he was waiting to make sure. It made me laugh.
That makes all of us.
Yeah, Doji. But what a player. Havertz, I always love Havertz. I mean, I love every Chelsea player. Whoever wears a blue shirt. Havertz is a great player. He's still young. And, I'll trust him. He will get more goals now. He got a goal against Dortmund that lifted his spirits. And you see what he can do. He got it. It was a penalty, but it took some bottle to take it twice.
Took twice. The second one, a lot of people will give that second one up,
Yes, OG. Yeah, exactly, OG. He didn't. He took the responsibility because Graham Potter said to him, "You're my new penalty taker," and he stood up. Great, brilliancy. Yeah, I thought the performance was good all round. I can't really say anyone had a bad game. Not really. For me, a special mention to Fernandes. He's beginning to show us why we paid that money. Great balls he was making. And that goal from for Havertz, that great little chip from Fernandes, and Havertz just it looked so easy, but I assure you it wasn't easy to do that. Great goal. And of course, Ben Chilwell, what a goal that was as well, the first goal. Brilliant.
Also didn't celebrate, did he? Didn't celebrate.
No, he did. He was saying something to the Leicester fans because they gave him stick. Yeah, he was. I love Chilwell. Great ball by Koulibaly. Great cross. And Chilwell does what he does when he's 100%. He's going to score. Great goal. And so we went half time 2-1 up. Second half, Leicester tried. They could have leveled. They had an open goal, more or less, and they fluffed it. That was good. And then we made it 3-1. Another great goal, and my favourite goal of the match. I think it was Mudryk. Yeah, Mudryk got crossable.
One that was given. That wasn't given.
No, not Mudryk goal. I'm talking the Covers goal. Yeah, Mudryk got goal disallowed. Sorry, yeah, you're right, OG.
Yeah, I wish.
He was so close, very close, but he was offside, just offside. But and then he gave a great ball. I like Mudryk display. He played really well. His little chip to cover and what was, Thunderbolt. That's what he does, cover. He can't score a simple goal. This guy, when he scores, he's spectacular. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love Kova so much. I love all the players, but he's one of our experienced players, and we need that. And with Kanté coming back as well, that'd be even better. Soon we have Kanté, and I think
he's back.
He's back.
This new medical team.
Yeah.
What they're doing different from the old medical team is basically saying, okay, let's just give them an extra week or two. Because Fofana was back ages ago. I've been making shorts about him for a while. I've been making shorts about they're all back, but they give them extra time. And it's better than the old medical team.
Yeah, let me just read these couple of comments coming in. George G saying no Mason, please. Is that you don't want us to talk about Mason, or you don't want Mason?
With a name like George, I think you don't want us to talk about him. I've seen him on Johnny's channel before, man. He likes Mason Mount. Yeah.
We don't hate. Look, let me put this right. I want to talk about Mason Mount. We come to it after these few comments. No one hates Mason Mount. No one. He was just out of form. People were just saying, all right, some people were saying bad things, but we were just saying he's out of form. No one hates Mason Mount. Let's just read these few comments and we move on. Up to Chelsea.
Big up.
Yeah, big up to you, my friend. Always you come when you try. You do come and try. And my friend Vala is here. Vala is becoming my regular chat
Nice,
in the
big up,
chat.
man.
Big up, Vala. I'm going to come to all the results, all the predictions we did, me, you, and Certify the other day later. Big up to you. Thanks for coming on. And yeah, George is saying something here. Big ups. Yeah, big up to you, George. He's saying big up to you, OG. He knows you, I think.
Oh yeah. Of course, yes. I'm always in the chats.
Yeah, how much does Mount deserve? That's a good question. We come to that. I'll go to let the panelists come in. Reese, let's come to Reese and then you, OG. Reese, what's your whole take on the great performance against Leicester?
Yeah, cheers for that. Do you know what? Honestly, that has probably been one of my favourite games. And obviously, I heard you earlier say you give special mention to Enzo Fernandez. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't need to give special mention because at the end of the day, I know he's talented.
yeah,
I know he's a phenomenal player.
yes, yeah,
The special mention I have is to somebody who I think for the rest of the season and next season will be a massive crucial part to our title charge, Mr. Ukrainian Superman, Mikhailo Mudryk. What a performance from that guy. Not only obviously
yes,
he got an assist, I thought he made fantastic runs. I was very disappointed that the team didn't find him more often because he was making a lot of phenomenal runs. And obviously with me, I like to watch the games back and analyse and point out a few things. But overall, fantastic team performance. You know, Wesley
yeah,
Fofana and Koulibaly at the back. They're them two together. It's beautiful. Honestly, it's like fine wine.
yeah. Reese, I
Honestly,
forgot to
poetry.
mention Koulibaly. Right, because a lot of people doubted him. I would sell him and all this. I said, no, you stick with him.
That's
He will get
rubbish.
he will get used to the Premiership. Now you see he's
Yeah.
getting adapted. And I always wanted him at the club. Always. As soon as Rudiger left, I wanted Koulibaly. And
Yeah.
I'm glad to see he's showing his worth, especially with Thiago away. He's really showing what he can do. Great player.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
go on. Sorry.
definitely.
Yeah.
No, 100%, 100%. I appreciate the input, but no, do you know what I mean? I'm a massive fan of Napoli myself. Like Napoli is the team. Well, the team I support in Italy is AC Milan. It's been that since the
Okay. Yeah.
beginning. But I'm a big fan of Napoli, and obviously I was a big admirer of Kalidou Koulibaly before he was even thought about by Thomas Tuchel. So obviously when he was brought in, I thought, okay, cool. Pre-season he looked a bit off the mark. He looked fantastic. He looked like he was, doing well. And then obviously, that's pre-season against other teams. But obviously coming up against, the first half of the season, I'm not going to lie, I had some concerns. But since Thiago's been out, he is the most experienced centre back we've got, obviously, as we know. And then Koulibaly has stepped up and said, look, people have got to understand I've got experience too. People need to remember, like,
Mm.
I'm fantastic as well. And I think that's what he showed us. He said, you know what?
Mhm.
The senior centre back has stepped out. It's my turn to show why, I'm a senior centre back. And obviously, if you look, it communicates a lot. I know a lot of people don't notice it, but being at the games, I've seen it. Like I've seen him communicating, and it's great to see. It's great to see this. So I feel like in the future, at some point, Koulibaly will be a leader of the club. So, but
Yeah.
no, overall, the performance, I'll wrap it up. I think it was a great performance. I think Mudryk, especially, like I said, he was my man in the match. Enzo, I take nothing away. He deserves it, of course. But for me, Mudryk's man of the match. I just
You,
hope that,
you,
he gets on form a bit. Obviously, Potter, I like what Potter's doing. He's taking time to adapt and protect these players from this rough league. So, but no, 100%. I think it was a fantastic performance. And it's a big, big, big 3 points. We are the only team that, besides Arsenal and City, that did not drop points. So, it's one of them ones where, look, I know a lot of people are jumping the gun saying top four, and, you just got to wait and see. If we destroyed Leicester piece by piece, who are known for, you know, their tight defence, hard to breach defence, and I thought we took them apart. So, but no, you know, it's fantastic game, fantastic performance, and got no negatives to say. No negatives to say at all. Fantastic performance. Let's just hope we keep it up.
Yeah, I agree with you. Mudryk did. He played really good. Yeah, I'm glad he's showing us. I knew from the first time he came on. I was there like at the bridge when they introduced him to us. Yeah, great player. I like the players we bought. I must say, all of them. Felix, Mudryk, Medukin, great players. Yeah, I must say. Just going through. Yeah. OG, what's your overall take? I love this picture here of Kova.
Captain Cover and King Kai.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Pulisic is so in the back that you're like, oh, you don't belong there, my friend.
Yeah, great guy. Yeah, and he's lived up to the captaincy, really does. With the help of Kepa's shouting and screaming. So, yeah, great to see.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think you should almost hold football, pause club football, and just look at international football. And Cover is like the most senior, he went to furthest. He's
man of the match, Mudryk, Reese. What a player we have. He's young as well.
Exactly. Are you seeing the comment there?
Yeah, I'm going to read it in a minute. Yeah, I was just showing a few pictures of the game. Yeah, I'll go back to the comments.
Yeah, that Mudryk picture with HD.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Get rid of the pictures. Yeah. But yeah, it's great to see the team happy at last. Really great to see. Why is it not going? Hold on a minute. One second. Oh, there it is.
Well, while you're getting rid of that, I just want to address quickly. Obviously, we must take into consideration that Mudryk is not only a young player, but he was playing in a league that is like no disrespect to any Ukrainian people, but a tin pot league.
Yeah.
So he was used to, and obviously we must not forget that he hadn't played a full 90 minutes since November. So it's a different country. Obviously, Nick, I pointed this out to you, and obviously you already knew this, but I pointed out different country, different mentality, different managers. It's a whole different lifestyle. It's not just about football. It's more of a lifestyle. So,
true.
But anyway, I'm gonna shut up now and let OG obviously.
Yeah. Let's go back to OG.
But you obviously, I think you were addressing that question kind of where you can't really compare it to Timo. Timo was slightly older, and as you said, they came from different backgrounds. And to be honest, as fast as Timo was, Mudryk is actually slightly faster, and I just think he's going to develop, at a better pace. I think he's finishing. I'm sure he's going to get a few goals. I'm just worried about his touch, like that. That sexy touch, that touch that Henry had, that master touch that will get him a Ballon d'Or. He will develop the finish. I've been watching him in training. He has very good shots. But that touch, if he puts that, honestly, when people say Ballon d'Or, and then you got two people, they laugh, they go, he's not going to win Ballon d'Or, he's not going to be nominated ever. And then some people going, yeah, you got a real, gem there, you got a real diamond there. And I honestly think once his touch improves, that's when you're going to see Mudryk 2.0, and that's when you're going to stop hearing this banter right now between. Right now, it's like when I went online, it was all Trossard versus Mudryk. These Arsenal fans, they just think of any narratives. Trossard, the first player to have 3 assists in one half. I'm like, what kind of stat is that? That's
true. What do you, OG, on this comment about Mudryk? And you, Reese, Mudryk touches reminds me of Timo. The boy needs to deliver more time, looks timid at times. He's just come into the team. Yeah, he does remind me, his pace reminds me of Timo. I think he's even faster, really. I think it looks like he's faster to me.
Yeah.
But what do you think, OG?
I mean, as I said, when I used to watch a lot of training videos. I like watching training videos, seeing trying to make little videos like that, the shorts I do. And so, honestly, Werner was not deadly with his shots and free kicks and training, but Mudryk, he's deadly. Like Mikhailo Mudryk, he's so good. I just can't wait until we unlock it. Maybe it'll probably be next season, but he seems to be coming into his own again. I'm hoping he starts the next game. I just between me, it was between him and Chilwell, man of the match. I
Yeah,
don't know who to give it to. Obviously, like on a
very
fantasy
close.
league, Chilwell will get he gets a good
It's hard to
defensive.
give a. Even Havertz could have had man of the match. They all played good, all of them. It's hard to give a man of the match, really. I can't see. No one was outstanding, than the other. Kovac was great. Chilwell, Mudryk, Havertz. Let's go. Let's just read what Ivana's saying here. Leicester had a few chances as well, but at the end of the day, the quality we have is just a class above Leicester, which is absolutely true. That's why we won. With the quality we do have, we have to start winning now every game. If we beat Everton, we can go 2 points behind Liverpool. Don't forget that, and we can't play Liverpool soon. Everything's possible.
Oh yes,
everything. I haven't written anything off. I want to give Graham Potter to the end of the season, like I promised at the start. All right, he made me get angry after that loss against Tottenham and Southampton at home. It really got to me, but I want him to prove me wrong. I need to be proved wrong.
but you don't want to be proved slightly wrong. You want to be proved
No.
really wrong. You don't want it to you don't want it to scrape over. What?
Yeah, exactly.
Funny enough, I'd like to point out that if it comes in that we managed to beat Everton, in my opinion, Potter deserves Manager of the Month. There's no doubt about it. He deserves it. 100%.
Well, they're not counting Champions League, obviously, and when they rate people.
But then it's three back-to-back league wins. I mean,
okay, Leeds. Yeah, you're right. You're all right.
Yeah, let's welcome our friend Dios. He's with us as well.
Oh yes, brother. Yes,
Big up. How are you lot doing?
Yeah, big up to you, Dios. Great
How
to
you lot
see
doing?
you
Hear
on
me?
back on the. Yeah, we hear you. Yeah,
we can hear you.
Yeah, loud and clear.
We're gonna beat
let's
Everton
just go.
still. We're gonna beat Everton
we have
still.
to. Oh yeah, we'll come to Everton on Friday. This is
Sean Dyche.
Yeah, but this is our first time playing Sean Dyche in a while, wasn't it? Like a year.
Yeah. The last time he was with Burnley, he came to the bridge. And I'll never forget when they actually beat us 3-0 2 seasons ago, if I'm right. I was there. We lost 3-0 to them. Oh no, we won.
Bridge?
Sorry,
Nick, what? I'm not saying Nick. What are you saying?
No, we beat them. Sorry, I've got it wrong.
I'm not saying. Hey,
no,
talk about
last season we beat them. Yeah, we beat them 3-0.
Sean Dyche, I think he's beaten us once, and I mean he doesn't.
I don't think he's. I don't think
if he tries to do a 3-man midfield with,
he has. Anyway, we come to Sean Dyche in a minute.
He tries to do a 3-man midfield.
Yeah, I think who we're talking about right now, Mount.
Yeah,
we're on Mount, though. We're on Mount, bro.
Let me just read a few comments and we talk about him. George is saying Mount is a bit gay, but still I love him. Yeah,
it's because of that dance, the TikTok dance.
Yeah, that's what he's made him look like that. Yeah. What's he saying here?
It's very ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm just going to point this out here because I've seen this
one
a
second,
lot.
Reese. Let's finish the comments when we talk about Mason. One sec. Varna is saying Felix hit the goal frame again. At the rate we're going to hit the framework every game going forward. Yeah, but he's getting closer and closer. He will score. I have a feeling he will do it against Everton. He will get the next goal. I have now. He's a great player for me. That was Dios. Big up to you, Dios. A few more here. Up the Chelsea. I agree with George about Mount. I think we all agree. I don't know. I know he has a girlfriend, but I don't know if he's gay. With Declan Rice.
Yeah, he's just a peacock, man.
Come on, man. Come off it.
Come on, man. He's straight as an arrow, man. He's just. You know what I'm saying? Do you not see modern day rap? Modern day rap, I like dance and drill music.
Yeah, Albert Chelsea saying, Reese, say your part, bruv. Say your part, sorry. Say your part, bruv. Reese gone. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate that. Big up George for letting me obviously like address it. So obviously I'm hearing a lot of different opinions on this whole Mount, Posada, and I'm
we're
going to keep it short.
You know. Yeah.
No, of course. No, I wasn't going to say that, why are you calling him gay? I don't care. Call him what you want. My problem. I'm just going to address the fact that, look, I get why people are angry. And, if he put more energy into getting fit and getting match day ready than he does in his TikTok dances with a chicken shop day girl, obviously he'd be more fit. And I think, personally, I said this. Look, I gave my views on multiple Twitter spaces. I even gave it to a lot of the Chelsea fans that have got thousands of followers, and I had a lot of them not only follow me but agree with me. And my view on it is, look, as much as we can sit here and say Mason Mount's a bit of a stupid guy for the things he's doing, and he's a bit greedy, we must not forget what he's done for this club. For the past 3 years, he's carried this club simply him on his back. Obviously, we can mention a couple people. Havertz, has done all right here and there. Cover, Kante, Reece James. But realistically, back-to-back performances have been Mount. I could never write this guy off.
That's true. The problem, Reece, the problem is he's been out of form from the end of last season for me and all this season. I haven't seen him be the same Mason Mount.
I feel like against Crystal Palace he was good.
All right, I'd say one game. Yeah, he always comes good against Crystal Palace. Always, every year. That's true though. And he scores against Palace. I don't want to. I don't hate Mason Mount. He's all form. And now he's thinking. He can't think straight. Should I sign this contract? Should I try and get more? Maybe it's his dad advising him or someone, and he doesn't know what to think. It looks like that to me. He doesn't know what to think. He's got someone. I think his dad may be saying, "No, you should try and get more." Because I'm sure he loves Chelsea.
It's not about the money, man. It's not about the money.
Yeah, but we're going to see. If he really loves the club, he wouldn't listen to his dad. Just sign the contract.
It's looking good. I can tell you that without going into it too much, I can tell you it's a very reliable source
behind the scenes, my G.
Yeah. A very reliable source of mine have said over the past couple of days, Mount has seen everything, and obviously the reason why he's kept quiet about it is because if he comes out now and addresses it publicly, it's not going to look good for him. So we'd rather be kept quiet, but things are looking positive. They're getting close.
Let's see. Yeah, but I've heard that as well. That side, I've heard the other side. We don't know for sure, but we're going to see. If I was him, I'd take 180,000 a week. It's not, it's a lot of money for a 24-year-old. How much do these players want? It doesn't make sense to me. I would run to sign that contract.
They're not me and you.
To be fair,
they're multi-millionaires already.
I got in trouble the other day on a space because of this salary issue. I said, why, Mount again, it's a bit ridiculous that 250k, but Sterling's on 325k. What does he bring to the team? Let's be real.
That was a mistake.
Sterling, that was
That's an error, an anomaly.
And now Bowley wants to, change everything. He can't, he doesn't want to have player power at the club. So he's doing the right thing. He's the money offered him is good still. You can't say he's not. OG, would you take 180,000?
Yeah, obviously I'm not him. I don't want, but I can see his dad trying to read the situation. I'm like, if I was the powers to be behind him, my read is that Liverpool's done for. Like Liverpool, that's this is Liverpool. Liverpool just done their best they've ever. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think he's chatting to other clubs already? Do you think
But
he's
I'm just
chatting
saying
to
that,
other clubs?
like, if his dads and his boys that are meant to be chatting to other clubs are reading situations, they're like, wait a minute, Qatar said, no, they didn't even say no. They said Liverpool's never, that was never happening. So
Yeah.
Liverpool, I don't see them becoming a good club again. Like football, for some reason, you can never have many top good clubs. It doesn't work like that. It's like Newcastle will be
Liverpool,
good. And
I
so
think,
right now, next season, I
yeah,
guarantee Liverpool will be rubbish, and I guarantee it's going to be Man United, Arsenal probably be good. Chelsea will be obviously going to be up there trying to lift title, and maybe even Man City if they don't get completely effed over. But I'm telling
yeah,
you, Liverpool, that project, I guarantee no one in that map, Mason. Imagine this is Liverpool 5 years ago, and this situation happened 4 years ago. He'll be like,
mm,
oh yeah, let me go Liverpool. Maybe now, I don't think even if you look long term, you'd obviously want to be at Chelsea. He obviously wants to be at Chelsea, man. So I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Don't
we
his dad,
see.
brothers,
But
cousins, agents.
that's what I think he is. His dad and agent, mostly his dad, I think, trying to get more money. We can see. Let me just read these few comments coming in, and we carry on with deals as well. Yeah, George is saying he's obvious straight, but just why is he dancing around in shaving his eyebrows? Yeah, that's
Stress release.
yeah. He's stressed.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe when I saw that first time. I thought they were
I
joking.
thought it was
People.
fake. I thought it was fake as well. I thought it
Yeah,
was deep
no, I
fake or
didn't think
something.
it was real. But people were saying, "Have you seen Mason Mount?" I said, "Why? No." And they said, "Go put go and have a look." And when I saw that he's dancing around like a 10-year-old girl, I thought, God, what a disgrace. That's what I thought. Yeah, let's go.
Uh,
George is saying he has over 7 multi-million-pound advertisement contracts like
Pepsi and Head and
Pepsi.
Shoulders.
Oh yeah, yeah, he does. So
He has bare contracts, man. Don't worry
why
about it.
don't you sign? Yeah, that's what I don't get. I know all these players that get silly money. Look at Sterling with Gillette G2, and they will have. And we're gonna see if it's real Chelsea. We will see. And Varna is saying what Varna's saying here. And this season he can't even take an accurate corner. Yeah, I've been saying that. Reese, I've been the deals, OG knows I've been saying that for the last whole season.
He's
I've
not a
been
set
watching.
piece.
I've been going to the bridge, and I know when he's coming up to take that corner, I know it won't pass the first defender, and he never does. The last game against Southampton, no one wanted to take a corner. They were arguing. You take it. You take it. No, I take it. And he took who stepped up? Ziyech stepped up and took it. Even Chilwell that day wasn't good as well. They were all bad. But Mason Mount, yeah, he's passing, his corners, everything hasn't been right this year. No, yeah, I agree with you. Up the Chelsea, what's he say? Mount's advice came from absolutely, 100%. Absolutely. That's why he can't think straight. He's got his dad, telling him this and that. Probably his granddad telling him different. What's going on here? It's unbelievable, If you love the club, don't you just sign the contract and fight? And this is what I wanted to say: fight for your place. Do like Frank Lampard did. After training is over, you stay on that training ground and train for hours, and prove to everyone that you're a great player. Prove it. All right, you're going to come back. You'll be on the bench, but you will get back. You have your chance. Take it. If you want to show us you're a Chelsea boy, that's what you have to do, Mason. I hope you're listening. Because I know Chelsea before you wasn't born or anyone here was born when I started watching Chelsea. And I know a lot about Chelsea more than you
Old
were.
school.
Yeah. And, I've seen players like yourself, but they fought like crazy to get in that team. I'm just saying because because when we saw Mason Mount putting all those great performances at Derby, what a player! Well, we couldn't wait for him to come. He came. He showed us unbelievable talent. He was the favorite player, of course. It just went downhill now, but it's up to him. We can't do anything. It's up to him. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Sorry, let's go to the next one. No, just a couple here. Yeah, what's he saying here? Up the Chelsea, exactly. Even his piece suck. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because regardless of this contract situation,
hold on, Riz. 1 second.
Mhm.
Set piece. Oh, all right. Yes, set piece. He's trying to say his set piece is stuck. Yes, you're right. That's what we're talking about. Up the Chelsea. You know, for me, he can't just go bad like that. There's reasons. And people pressurize him, go and try and get more money. I'm sure that's the case. Because he's not, he's only young. He's going to listen to people, That's why I think.
Yeah, well, I still think he's going to sign anyway. I'm just
Yeah, I
not
hope
worried.
so. Yeah, I hope he signs. I want him to sign OG and get back to like he was.
He'll sign, man. 200k, some bonuses. He'll sign. We just have to wait for him to become good again. We probably have to wait for. He's still good. For him to become great again, we have to wait for Potter to leave. Once Potter leaves, that's when he's going to become great. For now, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, now if he does come back, he's never going to be a 20-player, 20 plus GNA a season unless Potter's not there.
What's this face from is that a laugh, George? I think it's laughing, yeah. I think so. Yeah, what's
there's another comment. There's another comment that's just been put.
I know, Reese is getting to it now. Yeah, let's just get to that one.
I want to talk about that.
Varna is saying, let me read it first, and I'll let you talk about it.
What, Mendy?
His form alongside Ben. Hold on. Yeah, hold on a minute.
Mendy has been terrible this season.
Lights went off. It came back on. Yeah, his form alongside Mendy has been terrible ever since the World Club Cup last season. Has been terrible for England as well. And for club this season, shocking. It's been over a year this form. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, Reese. What you want to say about that? Reese?
Yeah, I'm here. So do you know what it is? Is I've got this theory, right? And I feel like my theory's been proven. So my theory is that we all know Mason Mount is one of the greatest players. Him and Reece James are one of the greatest, well, two of the greatest players to ever come out of the Cobham Academy. And I feel like I pointed this out the other day. We have to take into consideration that Reece James has got a captain clause in his contract, which means he only agreed to an 8-year deal because they told him in the next 4 years he'll be a captain. So that's why he turned around and said, yeah, cool, I'll take it. But we must not forget, there's about 5 or 6 fantastic midfielders in this Chelsea club, whereas there's only one right wing back. And I'm not just saying that. Even when Malo Gusto gets here, there's a drastic difference between Malo Gusto, a Lyon right wing back, and Reece James, a right wing back who's English, plays for one of the biggest clubs in the world, the best club in the world. So it's one of them things where you look at Mount's contract situation and say, look, Mount, not trying to be horrible, we've got Kovacic who does your job better than you, Enzo who does your job better than you, like Loftus-Cheek who does a fantastic job. Everyone does their job better than Mount because he's not. And I said this to you, Nick. He needs to come into the team. Give him 45 minutes and say, "Look, show me what you got." If not,
that's what I said. I said, he has to get on. Get along with it. Forget all the money talk, transfer talk. Shine on the pitch. That's what we want to see. Yeah, let's go. There's a couple more comments before I'll go to Deals. Sorry, Deals, keeping you waiting. 1 second, yeah. What's he saying? Good to be here. Oh, Gonto Boost is here. Considering you love all the players, you're not showing it in Mount's case. Is that directed to me? I didn't say I hate Mason Mount. All I said, he needs to train harder by himself and come on that pitch and show what he's made of. I do love every single Chelsea player, I told you here, I saw deals what I said about Sterling. Before he came to Chelsea, I didn't want to see Sterling anywhere near Fulham Road. But once he came and he put the blue shirt on, I had to sing his song. And I backed him, and I still back him. So I'm not like that. I back Chelsea Football Club, not one player. You have to get that straight. Yeah. Yeah. So that comes to that was the answer. Deals, let's go to you, my friend. Whenever we come to you.
Big up,
Big up
you
to
lot.
you. Nice to see you back again. What's all your take about what we've been talking about, the Leicester game and Mason Mount, lately?
Leicester game, I feel that we had a game. I thought we were just quite getting into the game. Second half, I feel that we dominated the game through the middle. Cover and Enzo, midfield, that partnership is world class partnership, 100%. And that what Reece just said there, right? Getting his chance, and I don't see him getting it if the likes of Barton in front of him.
Yeah, you're right. This is a good comment. Emma James deals. She's saying Potter is ruining Mason Mount. Yeah, it could be right.
No, it isn't.
Well, he's tried him. He's played him. He's played him. Every game. I don't know about that.
It's
but
not a problem. It's not a problem.
No,
Nick, it's not a problem. Because if it was a
I'm
problem,
just saying what
right?
Emma's saying. Let's see what she's saying after. Hold on.
Nick, we know that Potter rated Mason Mount, yeah, but all of a sudden he got dropped, yeah. And why is that? It's because of the ownership. I'm telling you this now. The ownership.
Yeah, maybe we don't know for sure. It could be the manager's decision, but it could be like you said. It could be because he hasn't been on form. We don't hate Mason Mount. He's just out of form. It's up to him. And like I said, do like what Frank Lampard did before he got into the first team. He used to train by himself for hours.
The club, he shouldn't be. If he loves the club,
yeah.
He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be asking for big money.
Yeah, that's another thing. But I think that's more down to his dad than him. Yeah. Deals, you're cutting out. You're cutting. Deals, you're cutting in and out. I don't know. Your connection maybe something. I can't hear you properly. No. Check your connections, or go in and go out and come back in. That usually does it. Yeah, Emma is saying Mason Mount can come back even better with the right manager. Yeah, I do get your point, Emma. With a world-class top manager, I'm sure he can do a lot better than Potter has done with him. I'm sure of that. But we're going to see what happens. What Graham Potter does. For me, I'm not that satisfied yet still, because we won the last 3 games. Doesn't mean nothing. I want to see more reaction from him. And all right, the team he got absolutely right against Leicester. I still want to see more reaction on the line for me and get into the game. When there's a decision against us, you should fight for that decision and tell the ref what he thinks, like any proper Chelsea manager would do. Yeah. Let's go. And what's gone to Busi saying Kovacic has repeatedly had talks with AC Milan. I don't know about that. I haven't heard anything. Kovacic is staying at Chelsea as far as I know. I don't know where you get that from. Yeah, go on.
No, just to touch on this, I saw this. I was waiting for you to highlight it. Yeah, he did. His representatives have reached out to AC Milan. AC Milan showed interest in him since last year. Last year, Kovacic's main priority was to stay at the club. Obviously, as we know, since the start of the season, we've not been fantastic, and Kovacic is one of the players who, in the summer, will be one to watch. Again, he's on the last year of his contract, so with new midfielders coming in, the likes of potentially Lavia, obviously Carlo Kone, potentially any other midfielders coming in. Kovacic is one to look out for. Milan are a big fan of him.
They were interested in him last year. Yeah, you're right.
He has had talks. So I can definitely confirm he has held talks. So you're right about that. The reports are true, but he hasn't made up any decisions yet. I think he'll give it to the end of the season. On his last 6 months.
How he stays. Now with Solly play good, maybe he will change his mind. It's good. So Booty what's he saying? Get what straight? You're casting as expressions on Mount and question his sexual We were joking about that, God. Unless you have a proof, if he loves a club, shouldn't be asking big money like Reece James. That's what we've been saying. Yeah, we were joking about his dancing on TikTok. That's all. Good support is taking it serious. God, yeah, we were joking about that, my friend. It's OG, his phone's overheating. That's why he jumps out. Okay, no, thanks for coming on, OG. Anyway, yeah. What else we have before we go to the next subject? Hold on a second. Werner is saying Felix will be on a big contract as well as we buy him. Isn't he on 270 right now? No, I don't think he is. This will affect Mount's contract negotiation as well. I don't think he's on that sort of money right now. When we actually buy him, we will see. Any comments on that, Reese? Reese, are you there? Anyway, we can come back to Reese.
Yeah,
Reese,
my mic wasn't unmuted. Hello, yeah. He's on.
What do you think about this, Felix?
Felix will be on a big contract as well. If we buy him, isn't he on 270k right now? This will affect Mount contract negotiations as well. I feel. I can tell you, he's not. He's on 250k, so you're not far off. But he's on £250,000 a week. And Felix, I don't think his permanent move to Stamford Bridge will affect Mount's contract negotiations. Like we said, it's nothing to do with other players. I feel like it's to do with the club, Mount, and the manager. If Mount signs a contract, again, he will be a midfielder. He will play an important role, not just on the pitch but behind the scenes as well. So I feel like we need to just hold our bearings, look out and see what happens. And it's one of the ones where anything can change, man. Anything can change. But wait and see. But no, I don't think he is. He is on 250k, and it will not affect Mount's contract negotiation.
No, it's nothing to do with Mount's. It's different case. Let's see what Aldo's saying as well. Aldo, big up to you, Aldo, for coming in. Mason Mount form has been like this for almost a year now. I expect him to work more on himself, regardless of how the contract talks play out. Because if he doesn't improve, it will affect him. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. If you want to jump into the panel, you have a link. If you do, you know that. Yeah, I think we agree with that, Reese, don't we? Really.
Again, it's one of them controversial opinions, isn't it? Some people could say Mount's form has been all right. He's not had a chance.
But he hasn't. God, I can't remember since the last time I see him. Like you said, Crystal Palace.
Because he's not been playing. He's not been on the pitch.
Not now. But before he was playing every game. We mustn't forget. He was playing with
and it's
Havertz.
controversial.
Wasn't just him out of form. There was Havertz out of form as well at the time, and Potter kept playing them out of form. That's what I didn't get with Potter as well that time. Yeah, yeah, I do agree with you. I do. Let's hold on. Let's see what the other people are saying. Emma is saying Man will improve next season after a small break. Yeah, let's hope so. Maybe after this break, he could come back. Even this season, it's not too late. We don't know. Let's see what happens. Yeah, but because he's fit now, he's not injured. He's fit. He might be, included in the squad against Everton. We don't know yet. Let's see what happens with that. Yeah. Gundo Butzi is saying, "Get what straight? You're casting." Oh, we said this. Oh God, that's the same comment. Oh God. Oh. Enzo or Dijon. For me, it's Enzo for sure. Dijon, yeah, we were after him. We might still, I don't know. Next summer, I don't know.
It says Enzo and De Jong, like together. Enzo and De Jong together.
Oh, together, I don't know. I don't know really. A lot of players have been mentioned. Which DM will come to cover for Kanté. But yeah, Dijon is good. I still prefer Casado myself, and maybe even Rafinha has been mentioned again. Did you see that today, Reese? Rafinha, it's been mentioned that Chelsea could go back in the summer for him.
I mean, if we bring him in, send Maduaki out on loan somewhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because he had one eye on Chelsea, but Barcelona was his favorite club. But that changes. He might like the project we're doing and seeing all these great players come in. He might come along. Let's see. There's a lot of players we don't know for sure. We're just saying what we think. But for me, Rafinha, Dijon, Casado, anyone would do. They're all great players. Yeah. And what's he saying? Good. Yeah, we said that. Yeah, good to Bootsy again. Does that answer your question? Does that answer your question, Blue Stan? Try reading more information instead of doubting people. You claim he was gay before. Oh God. Hey, here we go again. What's wrong with this guy? He's always criticizing.
Hey,
yeah.
Listen. This is
we were joking, man. Yeah.
Listen, regardless, this is a football show. Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinions. This is a football show, not about sexual preferences.
Exactly.
So let's keep it professional, guys. Come on.
Look, yeah, when you make a comment, I'll read it. I respect your comments, but we were joking. Don't keep going on about it. Why this and why that, trying to make me look silly, because it's not true. Yeah, if you want to comment sensibly, please. Yeah. Yeah. So with that, with that, chaps, let's go. We do of course, the ratings soon. For the Chelsea. Yeah, let's do that first. I think. I don't know what, or should we wait? I don't know where they got to. Had connection problems, deals, and OG. But we do it with a chat. We're gonna do the ratings for our players against Leicester out of 10. And you can, all of you in the chat can put your marks as well. I will start with Kepa. Reese, what you give Kepa?
obviously, he did concede a goal, but looking back at it, nothing he could have done there. I'm going to give Kepa. I don't think he did too much wrong. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Yeah, I agree. I will give him the same for the 2 great saves he did as well. That we mustn't forget. The goal was a hard shot, really hard. He's been good lately. Since he's come back, he's been good for me. Yeah, he gets an 8 from me. Anyone in the chat wants to give marks to the players? Go ahead. Yeah, so let's go Fofana, Reese.
Fofana, for me, one of my favourite players to wear the shirt. I'll give him an 8 as well.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. The whole defense were good. They were good, really.
Especially against his former club, I think he done phenomenal.
Yeah, and all the boost he got. Every time he touched the ball, you see that it's natural. We would do the same. They didn't want to lose him, we know, but he's come to a better club. Sorry, Leicester fans. Yeah, I'll give him 8 as well. I must agree with you. And Cucurella.
It's one of them ones where, look, he had a good game, again, it's one of them ones where there's not a lot to say. Not a lot happened with Cucurella. I think he did well defensively. He done well going forward, obviously, as well, in the back three playing as the left centre back again. Again, it's one of them ones. I give him a 7. I don't think he did too much right. I don't think he did too much wrong because he didn't do much at all. So I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, I think for me, every player will get a 7 and upwards because we won. Every time we win, I can't give them any player less than a 7. But yeah, for me, I'll give him. He done a right defense. So I'll give him 7.5 for Cucurella. I think he was good, above average for sure. Yeah, let's go to Ruben. Reese Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah, Ruben, I think, again, one of them players where, we need him to turn up. He does. Again, going forward, great player. Coming back and defending, great player. Set pieces, great player. Not a lot to say on him. Again, I think, it's a lot like Cucurella. There wasn't a lot he did wrong. Wasn't a lot he did right because he didn't do a lot. So I feel like I agree with you with the Cucurella thing. I think a 7.5, 100%.
Yeah. So what you giving Ruben?
7.5.
Yeah, he was all right, really. He was good. Yeah, I can't give him less than Cucurella. He has to get, I agree, 7.5. Good game as well. Yeah, let's go to Enzo first. I'm sorry, Chilwell. We forgot on the left. Chilwell.
I was going to say, did we mention? I don't know if did we mention Koulibaly?
Oh yeah, no, we haven't. We missed him. Let's go back to Koulibaly. It's me. Yeah, Koulibaly. Yeah, sorry.
Koulibaly, I think against Leicester, I just 8, 100%, 8.
Yeah,
don't need to mention why.
No, he's getting better for me. I'm glad he's getting adapted. I really like the guy. He's strong. He can head the ball both boxes and he can score. He can. Yeah, I agree with you. 8, Koulibaly, a very good game. Chilwell.
Chilwell, I'm torn between an 8.5 and a 9, but then again, he did score that fantastic volley,
Great goal.
half volley. You know what? Again, Leicester fans were booing him the whole game. I'm going to give him a 9.
Yeah, he deserves it. He's one of them. One of the guys, could be man of the match for me. Yeah, I have to agree. Chilwell, since he's come back properly, he's been great. He's been back to his best self. Every game I see him now, he's really good. Best left wing back in the world for me. Chilwell gets a 9 for sure. Great, I'm glad. And there's all this talk about him wanting to go, all this rubbish again. I don't know, understand where's all this coming from. He wants to go to, which club was it they were saying?
No, it's Man City. It's not him. It's the other way around. It's Man City.
Yeah, because
wanting him.
you know what? Because he was talking with Pep. They showed it, last season. This was they were together talking
Yeah,
on
it's
the
very
pitch.
interesting. And
Yeah, fans, they're so reactionary. One little thing, and Chilwell wants to go to City. No, that's rubbish. Chilwell loves Chelsea. I'm sure he loves the fans. He loves everything about Chelsea. Yeah, 9 for me. Great performance. Yeah. Enzo.
no need to discuss. For me, it's think the only 10.
Yeah, so that's your man of the match then, so far. Enzo.
10, 10.
Yeah, for me, great. I have to give him the same as Chilwell, I think. Yeah, I'll give him 9. Still good. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give him 9. And let's go to Kova. Kova with another great
9.5.
goal. Sorry, 9.5.
9.5.
Yeah, that's
Captain's armband, boss in the midfield. He owned it.
Yeah, for sure. 9.5. Yeah, for sure. If I agree, and a great goal. Great goal. I love when he scores because they're always unbelievable goals. Yeah. Yeah. So let's go from the midfield. Let's go to the top. The front three. Felix first.
Yeah, João Felix. I think his mistake led to the first goal. I'm gonna get it, but then again, he did fantastic forward. I think that's one of the players that I can say, look, not the best game, but not the worst. I'm gonna give him an 8.
Yeah, I agree. He was unlucky not to score. Very unlucky. Hit that post. I'm sure he will. The goal's coming for him. Yeah, I have to agree 8 for Felix. And Havertz. Go to Havertz first.
Havertz, I think, had a fantastic game. He's more fluid now. He's playing that advanced number 10 role, which I really like him in. That's where he should have been played when he first come in. Again, got the goal. Wasn't just a goal. It was a fantastic goal. Not even a touch. He just hit it on the volley.
Brilliant.
Dinked it over the keeper. For me, Havertz. Gonna give Havertz. Give Havertz a 9.5.
Yeah, he was a great. For me, the same. He has to get 9.5 for sure. Yeah, he was great, and he loved Porter's decision to let him go play that position. It showed that we could score more goals. Because they were moving around, all 3 of them, interchanging. It was great. And Havertz enjoyed that as well. He said, "Yeah, it's great. 9.5." Last but not the least one, Mikhailo Mudryk.
This is a difficult one because I think obviously he got the goal. Not only was it a fantastic goal, he also celebrated with tribute to Drogba for his birthday. I think that again is a proper Chelsea there, proper Chelsea. Again, I said it in the last space. Fantastic runs that weren't getting picked up, off the ball, pulling out defenders, on the ball, dribbling, passing. Again, he's one of the players that didn't do anything wrong. Again, he did score a goal, which I didn't think was offside. But, it's one of them ones where we've got to, but it's annoying. I want to give him a 10. I really do want to give him a 10. And you know what? It's my opinion. I think
you can if you want. Yeah.
10. Performance based, a 10, 100%. I think he played fantastic.
Yeah, he was.
That was his first, his first long game. Obviously, he's only ever played 45 minutes here and there. So, great game.
Yeah, I have to agree, I'm afraid, because he hasn't played that much. No preseason, no nothing. So, imagine when he's really 100% fit and everything. What a player he can be. Yeah, I rarely give 10s, but we give them 9. I have to give him 9.5 like the rest of them because everyone had a great game. 9.5. 9.5 for me, to give a 10 has to be a special game. For the play, but they all had special games. Great team performance. That's what I want to see every week. Yeah, and let's go to the manager. I won't go to the subs because they didn't play that long, really. Gallagher came on, done his job, saved the goal line clearance. That was good. Reece has just moved out. Yeah. There he is. He's come back. Yeah. Yeah, I was saying, Reece, are you back?
Yeah, apologies for that. Sorry.
Yes, it happens. Don't worry. Yeah, well, I was saying, I was talking about Gallagher a bit because we're not going to give him marks because he didn't have a full game, but he done his job. I thought when he come on,
Yeah,
saved us.
definitely, probably a 7. Honestly,
Yeah,
7.
for sure. Even for Gallagher because he
Mm.
saved that clearance. Could have been 2-2.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. At least everyone's got to get marks because they were good. Yeah. Let's go to the manager. What would you give Graham Potter?
Honestly, we went 3-4-3 to a 3-5-2 to then a 4-3-3. Fantastic formation managing. Great
Yeah,
subs, I think. Great reactions. Not just sitting there on his arse.
yeah.
He was proper
True, he's
showing
getting better.
passion.
Yeah,
Celebrated all the goals. Honestly,
yeah,
I think that's honestly that's a Potter masterclass. He did it against Dortmund. It was a Potter masterclass, and I think I can't knock him. I've got to give him a 10. I cannot mock Graham Potter at all. That was a 10 performance for him.
yeah, yeah. Before I go to Potter, I want to up the Chelsea saying, and he wants Enzo over D. John. Yeah, I agree. Enzo's not going nowhere. We just got him. Enzo is our main midfielder now, with Kanté and Cover, I must say. Yeah, yeah. For Potter, yeah, I have to agree with every word you said. I know I wanted him out. I still haven't made my mind up. My mind that will be at the end of the season, where I see he can take us forward more, challenge for the league. So, but yesterday he got everything right. I mean, Saturday, everything spot on: tactics, formation, performance. Even himself, he performed like you said on the line, on the touch line, showed reaction like he did against Dortmund. So, how about what? Sorry, you gave him 9. You said
10 for Potter. For me, it's
I'll
a
give
10,
him 10.
definitely.
Yeah, I'll give him. He got it right. Great win. I'll give him 9. I still want to see a bit more, but yeah, he was great. Yeah. Let's go to a few comments again, and we come back to the subject. TCFC, hi, yeah, long time to see you in the chat. Glad you're back. Yeah, thanks for coming on. She's saying, good win, yeah, great win. If you want to, give us your marks from Kepa to Havertz. We just done ours ratings. If you want to quickly put yours down, so we see what you think. If you, that's up to you if you want to do that. Yeah. Hit the like button. Yeah, please, everyone, don't forget hit that like button because it does help. We are an up and coming channel. We're new still. I know we've been on all season, but we're still new. Considering the other channels. Yeah, thanks T for that. Deals, my internet's playing up, so we'll be in the chat. Okay, Deals, no problem. Yeah, everyone's got, I don't know what's going on. These connections all the time. Yeah. Let's see what Deals is saying, Reese. He's asking something, I think. What do you think of Potter got right since? I'll let Reese answer you.
Yeah, what I think he means is what you think
Yeah.
Potter got right since, like, obviously how bad we were playing.
Yes,
I think,
exactly.
first of all,
Yeah.
I think Potter's got, first of all, I think he's found his starting 11 now. Finally, he's his strongest starting 11. Obviously, minus Kante, because when Kante comes back, monstrous. But yeah, no, 100%. I think He's found he's lined up. The lineup has gelled. We saw fluid football. 5 goals against Leicester. Obviously, unfortunately, 2 offside. Very disappointing, but it happens. Yeah, I think he got the substitutions right as well. Fantastic there. Fantastic subs. Passion as well. He's passion. He's fist pump in the air, celebrating goals like
that was good.
important. And
Yeah,
it's
I
just
agree with you. Yeah,
he's starting to
he's
finally
starting
show
to show
why,
us something, isn't he?
Yeah,
Before, when I was going to Chelsea watching our games before, say to the Leeds game, I was after the Southampton game. When I went to Southampton, it was so bad. Everything, I thought I left that game. I thought, God, what's this? Really bad. But I still went to the next game against Leeds. It was a win, just about a win. I wanted to see more reaction from him. He didn't show it really to the Dortmund game. The Dortmund game made me change my mind a bit about him. He's been getting the right tactics, right formation. Then I think he knows more or less his first 11 now, like you said. Yeah. Let's see what T is giving Kepa 3 out of 10. That's very free. He let one go in. It was a hard shot, but he saved us. Don't forget, he had 2 great saves. T. Yeah, all right. I'll get you. Everyone says what they think. Deals, give us your marks as well if you're there. Deals has got it here. Kepa 7, Koulibaly 8, Fofana 9, Cucurella 8, Ruben 7, Enzo 9, Kova 8, Felix 6, Mudryk and Havertz 9. Yeah. Felix 6, I would say give him at least 7, but that's up to you. The rest, they deserve the marks they got. Yeah. Potter, let's see what you give Potter. I think it's 9. Potter got 9. That's why I said 9. Yeah. He done well. I want to see more of Potter doing, what he's been doing lately. Reaction, emotion, and setting the team right and sticking with your players on form. Unless you have to change it for an injury, it's different, but keep the same 11. I want to see the same team now against Everton. He has to play the same team for me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he forgot Chile. 10 man of the match for Deals was Chilwell. Yeah. A great game again. He's really showing us what he can do. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Deals is saying something else as well. Imagine what Enzo gonna do when we have a DM physical man in midfield. Yeah, for sure.
Things are heating up, Dills. Things are getting hot, man. They're getting hot.
Yeah, exactly.
The things I've heard today, it's getting hot, man. It's getting hot.
True. Yeah. I must agree there. Imagine Enzo's doing so. It's just a few games. Let's see. I'm sure we can go far. Really. Bobby's just come in. Let's add Bobby as well while we're doing this. Big up, Bobby. Nice to see you here.
Yeah, big up, Nick. Hi, I'll jump in if I can.
Yeah, of course. It's never too late. I would let you do your ratings. We've done ours. I want you to do yours as well. But yours has done them. Some people in the chat have as well. But let's hear yours starting with Kepa, of course.
Kepa, I'll give 7 out of 10. He didn't really do anything wrong. I love Kepa's attitude to his craft and to the team. Kepa's never, apart from when he lost form, you never see Kepa beaten by something he can't help. If he's beaten, it's either, a pretty good strike or, he's just that little bit too small to get to the ball. But, I'll give Kepa 7 for Saturday. Cucurella on the left, another
Yeah.
steady performance, 8 out of 10. Centre of the back three, Koulibaly, he seems to be growing by the game, that guy.
Yeah.
I'll give him an 8 as well.
Yeah.
On the right, Wesley Fofana, I've always liked him. He's getting better and better. The important thing with him is just fitness. Stay fit. That's
Yeah.
all. So Wesley,
Exactly.
8
Yeah.
out of 10. Entire back threes at 8. On
Yeah.
the right back, Ruben.
Ruben. Yeah.
I like Ruben. I hate all the stick. You know, some people,
Mm.
some fans, they lack vision. They don't understand um, football totally. They don't understand that we have to have a Cobham graduate in the team to build, you know, to fit the quota. They don't understand that there is a need that Ruben fits into when he's fit. When Ruben isn't fit, that's when people have a go at him. But when he's fit, he's a good enough player and he doesn't mind coming off the bench. He doesn't mind backing up in any position, centre back, right back, midfield, he's there, even centre forward, he's there. And I think he's a player that isn't appreciated enough. I'll give him 8 because of that, really.
Yeah.
He played as a right back, he's getting
He had a
better.
good game for me. Really had a
Yeah,
good game. Yeah. I
yeah,
agree with you,
definitely.
Bobby. Yeah.
Perfect squad player at the moment.
Yes.
Never won't complain. Nothing, you know. We don't. You will not appreciate that sort of player until you're
You
without
never
him.
hear him say anything. He's
No.
a pure professional for me.
Yeah.
You know, he had that massive injury, as you know, as we
Yeah.
know, that stupid friendly game. You know, remember we were talking about that time. It
Yeah.
ruined him a bit. It
It
took
ruined him
time,
completely.
completely, yeah. But he's coming back. He's coming back to the Ruben we know.
Yeah.
I'm glad for him. I really am. He's a great guy. I met him. I told you I met him once at Chelsea. He's great, great guy.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah. I
glad
mean,
he's
I've
back.
met him many times, but yeah, he's
Yeah,
a great player. He's important for us, and you know, I'm thankful we've got him. I'm not a Ruben out at all.
no.
Um,
Yeah, he's an
uh,
8, you said, yeah.
Yeah, 8 for him. Chile, now Chile, you know, played a blinder on Saturday.
Mm,
You know, when he's fit, he's very key to the team, as we can see. You know, fantastic goal. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? He brings that wing back, that wing back balance. So Chile, I'll give him 8.5. Going further into midfield, I'll go straight to Enzo.
yeah,
Enzo is, you know, Enzo is such a player, fantastic player. He, as I keep saying, get somebody in there to play with Enzo. Um, um, uh, what's his name? Brendan Rodgers was a bit cheeky when he saw that our midfield was holding strong. He
mm,
flooded the midfield.
yeah,
Now, we kind of responded to it, but a bit too late because everyone knows if the midfield is flooded, oh, so be it. Let's put more midfielders in there and let Enzo cook. His pass to Havertz for the second goal was like
perfect. Yeah,
Fabregas passing to Bergkamp. That
yeah,
sort of, you know,
yeah. He
perfect.
was,
I give Enzo 9. He was a massive player on
yeah,
Saturday.
great, great game. Cover,
Cover, he loves the captain armband, doesn't he?
yeah, I'm glad
Uh,
he's showing it. Yeah,
he
I'm
loves it.
glad.
Cover had a great game, steady, solid, great goal for a change from him. I'll give Cover an 8.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Let's go.
uh,
And yeah, go on.
João Felix. Now, João Felix, he didn't have a bad game. Made a mistake for the Leicester goal, which, well, it happens.
Mm.
I'm going to give him a 7. I nearly even gave him a 6.5. Why? Because I'm fed up with him hitting the post.
Yeah,
Now, you
I
know,
know.
he may
Oh
have been
Lord,
caught offside with that. You know,
I
I'll
can't
give
wait till he
him
gets that goal again. Uh,
honestly. Now, the
yeah,
only reason I didn't give him a 6.5 is that foul against him, which should have been a red card. and of course, the usual anti-Chelsea bias.
Yeah.
But Enzo, I wouldn't say it was a fantastic game for him. It wasn't a bad game, but I know he can do a lot better.
Yeah.
Not Enzo, João Felix. Moving on to who else we got? We
You got Havertz and Mudryk left.
Right.
Havertz
Mudryk. Before I get to Havertz, Mudryk. Good game for Mudryk. He's coming in. He's coming up. He's beginning to get used to things. He showed some of that speed of his. I think his goal, the offside, was debatable. There's always that extra scrutiny when we score these days, isn't there? I
exactly.
mean,
God. Yeah.
I don't.
It's
I
so
will.
tight. Yeah, God. Sorry. Yeah.
I know people should. I know he can be scored a bit less because he's not yet really great, but you can see he's going to be a really great player. I'll give him an 8, and then of course my generational German Havertz. I love the fight. I like the spirit. I like he can get you a neat goal. He scores Bergkamp type goals, like he did against Newcastle. Was it last season at the Bridge?
Yeah.
Great goal against Leicester. Great performance against Leicester, following a great performance against Dortmund. I'll give him a 9 as well.
Yeah, that's what I give him. Yeah, and Havertz is, he said it after the game. He said, I'm grateful to Potter for playing me in where I want to play. He doesn't, he wants to play a little bit further back so he can go and get the ball and attack. He said he doesn't play being the number 9, but he enjoyed Leicester Saturday because they were interchanging. 1 minute he was on the wing, 1 minute he was in the middle, and that suits him. So that's why I want to see Potter put the same team out on against Everton. Unless Rhys James is fully fit. But this team shouldn't be dropped. No player should, really.
Yeah. Or unless he might, because of what Everton are, he might put someone with more physicality. Conor Gallagher. I really, really like Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, we said it before. Gallagher, he came on, done his job again, like he did against Dortmund.
He did.
Saved the goal off the line.
Improving. He's improving at Chelsea. And yet again, the get rid of brigade, get rid of Gallagher, get rid of. We're not going to get rid of all of them.
If we listen to the rid of brigade, we ain't going to have any players left.
Get rid of the players that I know over the summer. The players that we will be getting rid of are people like Ziyech, definitely Aubameyang.
I can see
quite
Pulisic
likely
could be going as well.
Pulisic, Mendy, them sort of players. Dave, because his time and of all the big guns, as I call them, big guns, unless Mason sorts his contract out, he might be the only sort of player that everybody will be reluctant to see go. But Gallagher, not a chance, no chance.
No. I don't think Gallagher's going anywhere. I always liked Gallagher before he made his first team appearance for us, he was great, and he started great, and he always fights and gives you 100%.
He does.
Yeah, always. I've never seen him back out. Never. Great player.
It's not going to be easy. They're going to come. They're going to be a typical Sean Dyche, physical, want to break your leg sort of team. I think if we continue playing like this, we're going to do them at the Bridge. And somebody's due a good hiding. Why not them?
That's right.
We need to score some goals, and we've had so much bad luck with goals. Maybe now we've turned the corner.
Yeah, looks like that. What about Graham Potter? What's your marks for him?
I'm going to be kind to Potter. He's had a rough
Mm.
time. The win against the win against Leeds, I liked it because he did what he had to. The win against Dortmund was good for everybody, including
Yeah.
him. And this win against Leicester is very encouraging. I want
Mm.
him to succeed.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
all
think
want him.
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
We
think anybody doesn't want him to
No,
succeed.
we want our team to keep winning and for him to prove everyone wrong. That's what we want.
Exactly.
We want our team to win, but we just question if he's the right guy. That's all.
Well, this
Yeah,
is it. The jury's still out. He's still going to take some convincing. I'll give him
yeah,
8 out of 10. I think he
yeah,
deserves the respite he's got, and I hope he further cements the confidence in him by a very good victory against Everton, a convincing
for
victory. I
sure.
think he needs
Yeah,
that.
we need to win every game now,
Yeah, we do.
especially the next two is Everton, Villa. Then we have Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the quarter we're gonna have a quarter final. I'm not sure what that is, but we're gonna talk about Everton more on Friday
Yeah.
for the preview. But it doesn't stop us talking about that now. You can talk about anything. I just want to come to what Deals is saying. Reese, a question to you: do you know if anything about Dortmund goalkeeper links? I don't know myself.
I've heard it.
Yeah,
What's his name? It's Scoba. I've heard it. Is it happening? I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I
Is
don't
he
know.
good
I
enough?
haven't heard anything really.
I've heard
Yeah.
that we're looking at the Porto keeper as well. I think we need to be a little bit careful in the goalkeeping area.
Yeah, yeah.
Kepa, we've got. I don't want. I'm very cautious about sending Slonina out on loan after what happened with Courtois.
Mm,
I don't want him to go too far away. I want him
no.
around the team.
Yeah, I want to
Um,
see him get a chance, really. Maybe
yeah,
next
me
year in a
too.
League Cup or something.
Yeah,
I want to see him. He needs to get some minutes so we can see him.
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But
I've,
if it is true that we are linked with this,
Um, it's an interesting one to put it to bed. No, no. Yeah, Gregor Kobel, who is the Dortmund number one keeper. The club admired him because obviously, they went on that impressive, 12-game unbeaten streak. And obviously, the club are looking at, stats, but stat-led based data. And obviously, he had the most saved, most shots stopped, best,
mm,
he had top of the Bundesliga for percentages. So, but no, there was four goalkeepers. There's a four goalkeeper tier list. Jordan Pickford was at the top. He signed a new deal with Everton, so he's off of it. The three keepers we are looking at, because obviously Edouard Mendy seems to be departing in the summer. So the three keepers we are looking at is David Raya from Brentford, who I think is a quite
too
quite a good
small.
keeper.
But it's too small. Kepa 2.0, isn't it? What's he going to
But yeah,
really give us that Kepa doesn't?
against opinionated, isn't it? So I don't have an opinion on him. He's Brentford player. So the
mm.
second player is Diogo Costa from Porto, like Bobby mentioned. Great keeper. Doesn't really put a foot wrong. Again, different opinions. The third goalkeeper is actually Robert Sanchez from Brighton. Funny enough.
Oh,
So
you think they'll let him come to they'll probably slap 100 million on him or something.
exactly. But I can say that Everton, Tottenham, AC Milan, and I believe Barcelona are all interested in Edouard Mendy. They're all keeping tabs on the situation because, as we know, Mendy's a bit out of favour because of Kepa. But Slonina, I can say, got offered the chance to go out on loan.
Reece, can I ask you a question? What is
Yeah, of
this with
course.
this effing Tottenham, for F's sake? don't they have any imagination of their own?
Yeah.
They want Chelsea managers. Chelsea.
Yeah.
What the F's wrong with these idiots?
Yeah.
I can't, honestly, that club really, I can't stand them.
They want,
Honestly, they
that's
are
why
such a
we hate
mess.
them so much, Bobby.
Yeah.
Such a
They want
mess.
Tuchel now, don't they?
Chelsea
Well,
wannabes, and they're gonna
funny enough,
fail big
Yeah.
time if they keep up that.
to answer two things of what you said. First off, yes, stuff Tottenham. I don't see Mendy going to another Premier League club. If anything, I see him leaving to Barcelona or AC Milan. Honestly. Second thing is, Gaga Slalina got the chance to leave on loan at the start of the season when he come in. He actually turned it down. Multiple championship clubs wanted him. Chicago Fire wanted him on another loan. He turned it all down and he said he wants to play with the Chelsea under-21s and his dream is to play in the Premier League for the club. So I think, until, we do get a potential backup keeper, I do see Slanina being our number two, honestly, because Marcus Bettinelli, in my opinion, is absolutely dreadful. I feel like that was a signing we just made because why not? So, and again, another prospect from the academy, goalkeeper Lucas Bergstrom. Bergstrom is fantastic Finnish goalkeeper. He's from Finland again, phenomenal keeper. He was the starter for the Chelsea academy, but obviously now Slanina's come in, showed levels, 4 games, 4 consecutive clean sheets. Again, saw this at Chicago Fire.
That'll do. That'll do.
Exactly.
So I want him to really blossom, that kid, and I think
He
we
will.
need to
He
see
will.
him.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, chaps. Aldo, if you're there, I have sent you the link. If you hear me, check your DM. Yeah. Yeah. Go on, carry on. You were saying.
Yeah, just Bobby weren't in the space at the time, but obviously Bobby, I heard you mention. I'm pretty sure I heard you mention Mount earlier. I don't know if I'm
Oh
wrong or
yeah.
not.
Oh yeah. We were talking. Yeah. Go on. Go on.
Bobby. Whether you're aware or not, if not, I'll let you know. I can confirm that. Obviously, the media has come out and said a bunch of different things. One lot is saying that he wants to leave 100%. Another lot are saying this and that. From what I can say is that somebody close to Mount, who I actually know, has had conversations with Mount, and Mount said his priority is to sign a new contract. It's not just to do with the salary, it's to do with the length. Mount says that he doesn't want a so-called death row contract, which is 8 years. Mount wants a 5-year deal with no option to extend. So obviously, because just in case, in the future he thinks, okay, I've done what I need to do at this club. It's time for a new challenge. But I'm told the club's priority is for him to stay. Mount's priority is to stay. He's aware that there's interest from Klopp. Him and his dad have both spoken to Klopp, but Mount has told them, look, if this contract situation don't get sorted out, come and get me. So
What's
his
all this
priority is
talk about? That they're not close to agreeing. Why is that? It sounds so crazy.
It's a story, Bobby. It's a
Yeah.
story for the
Some people
media.
are saying that. Yeah. Some.
Because
Everyone's saying what they think, but
5 years
no
is
one
not
knows. Yeah. Go on.
unreasonable.
Yeah.
5 years is not
No, it's
unreasonable,
not.
and in the new climate, 5 years is the amortization period, so it makes sense. I hope he signs. He's a Chelsea boy. We want our boys to stay. He's not a bad player. He just lost a bit
No.
of form. I think all this stuff hasn't helped his form either. I think he'll fit in with the new team with young Kunkus and
Yeah.
Felix, and he will thrive with that. And I don't want Mount to go at all. But if he
We
must
want him.
go, I'm a
Yeah.
Chelsea fan, not a Mount fan, and I
Exactly.
stick with Chelsea.
That's what I said, Bobby, and they still say I hate Mount. I said he was off form. Did I ever say I hate Mount? You should know.
No.
No.
We said he was off form. I said You know,
for
Mason
players of
Mount,
form,
we
there's
loved him when he
regret.
was playing for Derby. Frank Lampard brought him. He was great. Everyone, loved the guy. We still do. He lost form, but it's up to him. It's up to him. If you want to show us what you're made of when you're, real Chelsea, just sign the contract and get, and start training properly and by yourself, like Lampard, and get it back in the team. Now you've got great players around you. You can be something.
He
That's
can
what I
be
said.
special. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. What I don't want from our academy lads is trying to be bigger than the club, because then we as the fan base will turn against you because we are the club.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
if you come and you're like, okay, the club has brought me up, the club has done this and that, and just be for the club, you will rise to greatness. The grass is never always greener on the other side. Just go and ask Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard messed up his career by going to Real Madrid. He would have been brought into
Yeah.
immortality now
Of
if he had
course he
stayed
was.
at
I
Chelsea.
think he knows that, Bobby, but that was his dream before he ever even came to Chelsea. It was his childhood dream.
Yeah.
Shame it didn't work out.
Look at
But
look at
yeah,
look
yeah,
at Willian, what he said in
yeah.
that interview. I wish I never left.
Of course.
People love this club. It's not a bad club. It's a beautiful club. We've got a fantastic pedigree. We've got things that can make players into Ballon d'Or winners if they hang around long enough.
Yeah.
But Mount, please sign that contract, mate. Let's get this rubbish out of the way and move on. We're building a great team, and he should be a part of that.
I
That's it.
agree. I agree 100% what you're saying, Bobby. I said it before, exactly like Reese, you were here. Let's welcome Certify as well.
Yeah, big up everyone.
Big
Big
up
up.
to you.
What's up?
Um,
What's up, Reese? Hello, Nick. Hello,
yeah,
Bobby.
What's up,
big up
man?
to
What's
you.
up? What's up? Welcome,
Big up.
welcome.
You're
I'll
welcome.
tell you, what we were doing, we all done our ratings. Reese, Bobby, me, and well, OG left. He had a connection problem. Deal's standing on the chat. He's got connection problems. He's in the chat. Yeah, so
For me, I came late
Scott,
because my battery's
no,
my battery's finished. I don't know, but I'm on
yeah,
90% right now. But
yeah.
yeah,
I know. I understand. Look,
yeah,
anyone, I understand when you can't come on. But I always send everyone the link because you're all my usual panelists. Reese,
mm,
Bobby, you, Deals, OG. Doesn't even Max. Max hasn't come for ages, but I still send him the link every show.
mm,
That's what I do.
okay.
But yeah, go. I will tell us your thoughts on Leicester first before you give us your ratings. Then you can talk about Mason Mount as well. That's what we've been
To be
talking about.
fair, people say it
Yeah,
was unconvincing. It was convincing. I mean, it was a good win. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, we did control parts of the game. But
yeah,
then we're at a point in Chelsea right now that we can't expect perfect, wins right now. We just got to accept. We just have to accept the win and move on. For me, it's just about the result and the fact we scored 3 goals. I don't know the last time we have.
yeah,
That's one good positive. You know what I'm saying? So, and
yeah,
it was a game we actually weren't favourites in. If we even in our own fan base, even when we won that Dortmund game, the odds were still on Leicester. I saw the betting stats. Whoever saw the betting stats on the odds were on Leicester to win. People did actually put money on Leicester to win, which I understand. Do you get what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, if you switch back to the basics, then and just working what you have and what these players can then they're gonna pull off these results. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Oh
We'll
yeah,
be playing much better. And what they know is a back three. Mudryk, you can say cannot play a back three, but the rest of the team do. João Felix has played in a back three. You know what I'm saying? And he's been playing better there. Do you get what I'm saying? Under Diego Simeone, I know the football there was very negative, so it didn't give him the freedom to do what he does now. And this is why I think it's the best time for him to actually try and sign for us. You know what I'm saying? Because he
mhm.
will have more freedom to do what he wants to do. And João Felix has expressed that in his interviews. Do you get what I'm saying? That he feels I don't remember. He feels this sort of thing where Chelsea are giving him this sort of care and he loves it. And I think he's trying to say that because he knows he's having the freedom to play how he wants to. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, football under Diego Simeone, for me, even if I was a football player, it would be depressing. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I just have to defend most of the time in my game.
Counter-attack team. That's what it
Yeah,
is. It's a counter-attack team.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. And his role, he didn't express himself much. Yes, he was a great player. I saw bits of him, but then we all looked at him and said, "Oh, imagine if he was playing in a more of a team that will allow him to be free, like Chelsea." And now you see what he's doing. Do you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like creating these chances, basically taking on players. I know maybe the Leicester game he didn't play that well, but then he did play well with bits of the games. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anyone can lose concentration sometimes when they try to get the ball. It's not that he was a bad. I've seen fans trying to say, oh, they should get him out because of what he did against Leicester. Chill. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. Do you get what I'm saying? And people are saying that he's flopped already. I don't like that at all. But yeah, that's a conversation we'll have later. But
Yeah,
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 for me the team played well. Mudryk, I think he's starting to get confidence. And the more I look at his Instagram stories and his posts, the more I know he's determined to be good, and he's very very hungry. If you look at he makes these quotes: a Viking, if a Ukrainian warrior, because he believes in himself, and these are the type of players we have, and this is what we
yeah.
need our players posting. Nick,
I must say, I
this is
love
what
Mudryk. Yeah,
Nick, this is
yeah,
what we need our players posting instead of going to a sushi place and eating. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I mean,
It's true. Yeah,
like that's what I like, and you can tell Mudryk is determined to become a player for the next level. Do you know what I'm saying? So give him time. I don't care what rival fans say because I'm still waiting for Grealish to deliver for City at 100 million.
mm,
Anthony's not been that great. Do you know what I'm saying? So all this narrative about Mudryk 007,
that's
yeah, it's
yeah.
crazy, man.
It's
I
I
don't.
love. No, it's crazy. Well, he showed us yesterday, Saturday, what a player he is.
And one more
I
thing,
knew before the first game he played, the few minutes he had, I knew he's a great player.
Nick.
Yeah,
Do you know what? One more thing I need to talk about is Kai
yeah,
Havertz.
yeah.
I think Kai Havertz. I think he's 4 or 5 more games away from me changing my opinion on him. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I don't know what Potter's done to these players, but he's turned them into. I'm not saying he's the one. I'm just saying I don't know what happened after Tottenham, but I think, as I said, I
You
think
know
he's
what's
got to
happened?
build that reality check, that
Did you
slap on the
see?
that's
You know what's
yeah.
happened with Havertz on Saturday? He was playing where he
He
wants
looks
to
different. He
play.
looks like a different player.
Yeah, because he said it. You see what his interview after the game? He said,
Mm,
"I'm so grateful to Graham Potter, for the manager, for
mm.
playing me where I love to play. He
Yeah,
wants to play just behind, picking up the ball and attacking, and or going on the wing in the middle.
yeah. He's
Being
not a
free."
striker. Do you
And
know what,
he said he enjoyed it, and he showed it with the goal.
Nick? Do you know what,
I
Nick?
love
Wait, wait,
Havertz.
wait.
I love
Nick,
Havertz.
wait.
Yeah, go on.
As I
Carry on.
s-
I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, carry on.
okay, cool. Nick,
Welcome. Let me just say welcome, Dex. See if you can hear us.
mhm.
Dex, can you hear us, Dex?
Yeah, I can all hear you.
Oh,
Hope you're all
good. Certify will talk and you can come in after Certify.
Yeah,
I'll be back in a minute. 1 minute, yeah?
yeah. I
Okay.
just have to say, Havertz. I used to say, oh, even wherever we put him, he doesn't create. I think he's kind of proving me wrong now. I mean, when I'm wrong about something, I put my hands up, and I don't go on and say I've always said that because I'm not a fake person. You know what I'm saying? I stick with it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. If I criticize a player, I want him to do to prove me wrong. It's not. I'd never. I don't hate any player at Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that stupid incident in the space. I don't know, but it was causing some arguments because of one player. Do you know what I'm saying? But I will have my thoughts and opinion on Mason Mount in a minute, as you guys were talking about. Um, yeah, but like I was trying to talk about the performance. I think Wesley Fofana as well. He's becoming a big character in the back line. I see him having these captain qualities, demanding players on the pitch, shouting. You know what I'm saying? Whenever he scores a goal, he just boosts the team morale. I mean, the way he celebrates, you know what I'm saying? Like the togetherness in the team, he brings that togetherness in the team. Do you know what I'm saying? With the friendliness, know what I'm saying? Like what we need at Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a great performance, and yeah, we've not been happy like this for a long time because what we've been witnessing was mediocre losses, draws, and losing to the bottom half with no manager and all that. It's good to see Chelsea winning again. You know what I'm saying? And that Mason Mount contract, I know Dex said he can talk on that as well, but like the Mason Mount situation, I don't want him
It's
to go.
changed. Yeah, a lot has changed in the last 24 hours. I can tell you, man.
Yeah, let me just see what I'm going to say. And yeah, so basically, Mason Mount is a good player. I don't want him to go. Do you know what I'm saying? I would prefer to give him time because I do feel he needs the competition. I've always said that he's been a bit too relaxed in every position he's been played. Maybe not relaxed, you know what I'm saying? Because there are positions he's not used to playing. But then the good thing about it is that he has delivered in those positions. When we put him on the wing, he delivered. You know what I'm saying? Look at the numbers, assists. He was creating chances. This is where someone once said, Reese, remember in the space, he said Mount doesn't create. I disagree. He does create. He's just not the best creator right now. Do you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But back in the day when we did not have these Enzos and no Jao Felix, and that's when you can say Mount was our best creator because he was. You know what I'm saying? But like, not saying Enzo's been in the league for like 3-5 years. I'm just saying he has potential. He's got the potential to become the best creator in the league. In the league, let alone Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? So about Mason Mount, and it was a point Bobby mentioned, and I agree. Do you know what I'm saying? We need to be careful. We need to be careful in the way we handle these academy players because let's be honest, they're going to get the most support. And it's true, they're going to get the most support than any other player, and that's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? Because they're young, they come from Chelsea Academy. You know what I'm saying? They're homegrown from England. You know how the media is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's easy for them to feed from it, and they'll think they're bigger than the club. Yes, they feel like this and it's wrong, but then at the end of the day, the fans also have to be blamed for it as well. I mean, like I'm not in a bad way because it's normal. We have these players, you know what I'm saying? We love them. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll get a lot of protection because they're young and they're homegrown. Do you know what I'm saying? But then the way it makes them feel, they take advantage of that. They take advantage of that praise, and then they use it in a way. Oh, I'm the most important player, and it's just they become literally the princess, the little princess. You know the Dexter and Reese. You know the spoiled little princess. That's what they become. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we don't really need that. And under this regime, they're not gonna allow these things to happen with players. Do you get what I'm saying? This is why this is how all our fans are frustrated with Mount. Sign the contract. Do you get what I'm saying? Because then, if it comes towards the end of the season and he hasn't signed that contract, he's going to get to a level where we know he is. He just doesn't want to sign because of the money. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's going to bring it. He's just going to give him that image, this sort of image that, he's just going to make him. He's just going to give him that sort of image, like how should I say it? Like all this time, he was only playing for money. He was never proper chose. That's the image it's going to look like. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't want to talk anymore because yeah, I don't really like talking about Mount like that because of the way he's divided our fan base. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I never thought in Chelsea we would have a division such a big divide in the fan base because of a player. Be very honest with you. Yeah.
I think
Hey,
once he
just
signs the contract, all that will go.
Yeah, yeah, but
off
yeah.
on
Reese,
what
what
you
you
said
trying to say?
quickly. Just
Yeah,
to touch up on what you said, it's not like I feel like a lot of Chelsea fans, and it's disappointing to see, but a lot of Chelsea fans just think it's about the money. It's not. Mason Mount doesn't want to sign one of these death row contracts, and that's what I call them, these 8.5, 8 year death row contracts. Because if Mason Mount signs this 8 year deal, he'll be like 32, and his career will be virtually done. And I get it, he's a Chelsea man, he's a Chelsea boy. So, if he wants to finish his whole career here, go for it, 100%. But I think we've got to take into account that, first of all, he is worth about 200k a week, in my opinion. None of this 100k nonsense. I get it. 20k, it might not seem a lot, but it is. And I don't think it's about the money. Like, it's a lot of people have got this mixed up. The money is not the main issue. The main issue is the
It's the
whole
years.
it is the whole, 8-year-old deal. Mount doesn't want it. Mount wants a normal extension, which is a 5-year extension, and 200k a week, which is fair, which he should have. He's entitled to that,
So
and
it's
he
all about the
deserves that.
years then.
No, it's all about the years. It's about like appearances, public image. There's so much more behind it than just the money. The money's nothing. He's on 100k a week, and he's like 23. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got to
He
take that
doesn't get
into.
paid that much. He only gets paid 85k
Yeah,
a
but
week.
85, 90, it's not much difference, is
That
it, really?
you've got
No,
to
but
understand.
for a
I'm not.
footballer is different.
Yeah.
No, but
We're not
it's not.
footballers, so for us that's a
It's
lot
not
of money.
about football. It's not about football. He gets money from sponsorships from Gillet. He
He's
gets
got
about
money.
4
He's
million.
probably
He
a
gets
millionaire by now,
seven,
certified.
7
Yeah.
million, £7 million deal with Pepsi Max. So that's
You know what I think? I told you this before. Is his dad. His dad wants more money for their family, whatever. He's
uh,
pushing him to,
uh,
get more money.
his
That's
dad
what I
his
think.
dad doesn't take agent fees. His dad doesn't get paid
No,
for
he
being
doesn't
his
take it,
agent.
but he's still family. I think they're pushing him. I'll come back to you, certify with your ratings
By
as
the way,
well.
big
And
up Dex. Welcome, Dex.
yeah, welcome Dex. I said, and welcome Motion as well. First time to have you on the panel. Great
I
to
know,
see you
right?
here.
I
Yeah, how
know.
are you?
How you guys doing? Good afternoon. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah. Usually, this thing I've been watching, but it's usually difficult to hop on because most of the time I'm at work when, you know,
oh, all right.
it happens.
So
So
is it daytime
yeah,
there?
it's daytime. It's like 5. It's like 5 noon now. 5
Okay,
p.m. rather. I say 5 noon. What the fuck?
okay,
5
yeah.
p.m. Yeah.
So
So
yeah, we were talking about a lot of things. I'll tell you, brief you.
yeah.
First, we started the Leicester game, getting all the reactions from all of us. Most of us
Mhm.
all agree we had a great game. We all know. And then we done our ratings. Me, Reese, Bobby have done our ratings. I'll let you certify and you do yours as well. Give your marks out of 10 for each player. Yeah, certify.
Yeah, I'll be very quick. I'll be very quick with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so for me, Kepa gets 7. And it's because of the goal. I mean, he could have done so much better. But other than that,
It was a
he
hard
had a
shot.
great performance.
He made 2 great saves though. Mustn't forget. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, he did, but that's savable. I faced those shots before. I'm being honest. They're very savable. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's fine. Like he can make a mistake. He's been good all season. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um the back three, I think they all get the same rating. So I'm gonna give them all. I'm gonna give them 8.5. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
I do think they gave Leicester very scary moments. Do you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a 10 out of 10 performance. You know what I'm saying? 8.5. I think Leicester could have equalized 2-2. I remember
yeah.
watching the second half.
Thanks to
Yeah.
Gallagher, he saved
They,
us. Yeah,
I don't know why they had to back off. There were times when he backed off a lot. Like the midfield, Enzo and Cover get a 9. They controlled that midfield very well. Do you know what I'm saying? I think they're starting to get that partnership and chemistry together. And that's what I like to see. Chilwell and Loftus Cheek, they also get a 9. They didn't put a foot wrong. I'll be very honest. Ruben as well, the way he slotted in I don't want this guy to go. He'll be very good for depth. You know what I'm saying? I know people have been saying with the right offer comes in and nah, he has to stay for depth. You know
He's
what I'm
a great.
saying? The front
Yeah,
three. Okay,
go for it. Yeah.
João Felix gets I'll be honest, a 6. He didn't do that well. I'll be very honest. Yes, he did do a bit of some greatness, but that goal, it was his fault. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
we all
then
say
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. Havertz gets he gets a 9. He also played very well. Mudryk gets a 7.5. The first half, he was very, very slow. I didn't see him. You know what I'm saying? But the second half was when he started to, because I can't blame him. Potter played him in the false 9. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I felt João Felix should have played there, but then people would argue against it because he keeps hitting the bar. But at least if João Felix keeps getting these chances, he will at least score one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm done for now.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Dex, welcome back. Are you? Can you hear us? Yeah.
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 Sorry about
Welcome. Yeah, we're going to come to Liverpool as well. Of course, we're going to talk about the whole league, all the results I have here. Just to say to certify, because he was here when we made our ratings. Our score lines last weekend for the whole Premiership. I'm the only one who got 2 right. I've got Everton 1-0, correct, and I've got Man United. West Ham 1, Aston Villa 1. 2 results again for me. For you, 0 results, and for Varna, who's in the chat now. Varna, are you there? You got nothing as well. So I'm top of the table right now, going for the championship. Yeah. Don't forget, I've got a little mini league. Whoever gets the most predictions correct, they go up the table. At the moment, I'm first, certified second. Deals is third. Not everyone's done them, so I can't put people who haven't been making the predictions. And we have Varna in the chat. He's on 0 points in fourth at the moment. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, Dex, what's your whole take on the Leicester game first? And if you want to give us your ratings.
Sorry, what platform is the mini league on?
Sorry, Ocean?
Yeah, on what platform is the mini league thing that you see?
Every week, before the Saturday, before the game, when I do the preview, like Everton on Friday, I'll be doing the preview for Everton, and we're going to give up predictions for the rest of the games in the league, the Premiership. And that's what we do. Yeah, you can join in if you're here, of course. But that's always on the preview show. This is a reaction for the Leicester one. Yeah. So yeah, when you're here, you can you will come in. Dex.
Yeah. I mean, I watched a bits and pieces of the game. I thought Chelsea were very. At the start, I thought they kind of were a bit slow, but then they kind of played a bit more quicker and a bit more direct, and then they just pounced on Leicester, and Leicester, their team defensively, they've been poor this season, very poor, and they capitalised on that. Scored some good goals, I must say. Bit unlucky for Mudryk though. I thought Mudryk played really good. He was unlucky not his goal was offside. Because it was a very good goal, to be fair. Good finish, and it would have done his confidence a good. But I think he would still be confident regardless that he managed to score. But and he managed to get that sort of shot off. So you can see the confidence is flowing through him. But this is what I said at the beginning, though. I said that he needs to play more games, and this is the reason why. If he plays more games, if you play any player more games, even as a new player or whatever, the confidence will start to show through. This is why. Mudryk is a good player. I was hearing a few fans saying they weren't sure on him, and they were like, "Oh, did we make a mistake?" or all that. But I said no, Mudrik's a very good player. He just needs confidence. He just needs time, like any new player that comes to the Premier League, because it's not easy to settle into a new league, which is one of the best leagues in the world. So it's starting to pay off. So hopefully, like, he'll get a consistent run of games in him, and hopefully you'll see the Mudryk that was at Shakhtar when he was there. So it's just one of those things. I thought I heard what I said about Felix. Like, yeah, he did make the mistake for that goal, and it was a bit poor from him. But I think it's just one of those ones where, when players overplay with the ball, they don't need to. I think it's just one of those situations where Felix thought he had the time and he thought he could have done something, but he just overplayed with the ball a bit too much. And normally in the Prem, that will cost you. But, it's just one of those things. Every player sometimes does it. But I thought he was all right. He had a good game. But it's just one of those things. And then, yeah, like Havertz has been, I'm not going to lie, Havertz has been doing very well. I don't know what's been happening behind the scenes. I don't know what Paul has said to him or whatever, but it seems to be paying off. But the one thing about Havertz, I will say, and he just needs to keep doing what he's good at. And what I mean by that means like linking up and getting shots off, and doing what he normally does, and try not to like overcomplicate things or whatever. If he does that, then he'll have a lot of goals and a lot of assists. So it's just one of those ones where you just got to build momentum onto a very good performance. But yeah, honestly, it's a all round, all good round win. To be fair, for you guys, and hopefully, like every team, just keep using that momentum now till the end of the season, and just let the points tally up, and then see where it ends up at the end of the season. So,
yeah. You don't want us to get too many points because we're not far from you now.
yeah, I know. Yeah, well,
I mean, look, a few wins can change everything. You got
yeah,
Liverpool. You got 42 points, played 26. We've played 26, and we got 37 points right now.
Yeah, they're actually 5 points ahead of us on the same number of games.
But if we have to carry on winning, there's no reason why we can't get in that top 6 if we carry on winning.
And I think we have them coming up in like 3 games from now or so.
Yeah, that's right. April the 4th, I think, we play them at home. And it's about time we got revenge. About time we beat Liverpool, because we've been a better team when we usually play them. I think. I don't know if Dex would agree, but
yeah, I mean, 50-50.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I saw the game in Bournemouth. Really played good. First, Liverpool played bad, yes, but Bournemouth were on it that day. Their defense, they really played well. It shows no one's, anyone can beat anyone. Now, we come to March, soon it'll be April. No game is easy. The teams at the bottom, they can beat anyone. Even City, Arsenal. Arsenal are the ones who haven't been losing. It's their turn to lose. I think it will come against us. We will go to Highbury. I'm sorry, Highbury. The Emirates. I hate calling that stadium the Emirates. Yeah, go to that North London poxy place, disgusting, full of rubbish everywhere. It's true though, and we'll go and beat them like we did against Tottenham not too many years ago when Leicester won the league. We stopped Tottenham winning that league. We can do the same to Arsenal. That'd be something. That will change my thoughts on Potter. If he does that, God, I'll be on Potter's side. But he has to win the rest of the games too then. Go on, Dick. Sorry.
I mean, I agree with what you said, Nick. Like, Bournemouth were they
were
just
good.
turn up and they outplayed us all over the park. They wanted it more, and we didn't. No really colouring over the facts, really. I mean, it's the same old
And
story,
that
really.
penalty missed summed it all up. You know,
Yeah,
Salah, God,
I know. Yeah,
God, that was way that hit
just
the Bournemouth pitch.
yeah, it
Must have
did.
gone
Yeah,
into the sea. God, you know, you never expect that
hit
from
hit the
him.
car park on the other side. Yeah, went to the car
See
park.
what I mean? It
No,
shows
it's
you,
just one
look,
of those.
anyone
Yeah,
can
it's
miss
just
a
one of those
penalty.
games, mate.
Messi's done it before.
Yeah.
The only person I can say who hasn't never missed a penalty in his life, I would say, I can't remember Peter Osgood missing one. King of Kings. Bobby, I don't think Peter Osgood missed any penalties, but we have John
I
Hollins.
don't remember him missing one. I haven't thought of that.
He didn't. But our main man was John Hollins, and he never missed. Do you remember Bobby? John Hollins.
Yep.
Yeah. What a player. God. I told you when I met him at the Peter Benetti's memorial, he was on a wheelchair, suffering. He's suffering. But he loved talking to the fans that day. It was a privilege to meet them, But going back to you, Dex. Yeah, it was a great performance by Bournemouth. Unbelievable, really. I saw the whole game.
Yeah.
But nothing's for sure. Every week there's gonna be changes in the league.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, we just need to keep going. Like, it's frustrating because it's one of those ones where when you drop points and you see the teams around you and they're winning or whatever and they capitalize on it, it's very frustrating. It really frustrates me because on paper, I'm just thinking to myself like, when I watch us, it's like we go into games thinking we're going to turn over teams or it's going to be a walk in the park, but it's not, because I've said this before. Teams at the bottom, they're not hot. They're not easy to play against. They battle. They scrap for points. Like, look at Southampton against Man United the other day.
Exactly.
They got a draw there, and Man United are thirds. Do you know what I mean? Like,
anything
and
can
they had
happen.
10 men.
Yeah, and Southampton. These teams are fighting.
Look at the way Southampton bossed us with no manager.
Yeah, exactly. Look at they beat us at Chelsea, and Leeds are looking very bad at the moment. They're second from bottom. Bournemouth have gone third. West Ham, they are Leicester, they are Everton. Even Forest on 26 points, they're not safe. Even Wolves, 27 points, they're not
I
safe.
think this is.
Can someone tell me why Giroud left Chelsea? Why?
I'll tell you, Bobby. First of all, he was frozen out by Tuchel, if you remember.
He sat on the bench for Milan. He's on the bench all the time. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but he was playing good. Yeah, he's getting older, yes, but why he left us, he didn't want to leave Chelsea. He said it. If you remember at the time, he didn't want to go. But he wouldn't. He wanted to play for France in the World Cup, remember? And Tuchel wasn't giving him any game time.
So he wanted to play in the Euros.
No, it was the World Cup, wasn't it?
No, the World Cup happened just last year.
Yeah,
It was
he wanted to be in
he
wanted to be in that France squad. You're right, and Tuchel froze him out completely. He didn't. We all know Tuchel didn't want a number 9.
But at the time, Nick, he was last season. He was starting for Milan, and he did. Yeah. So
he comes on.
It's only this season, Bobby. It's only this season he's getting a bit frozen.
He played the other day. He played the other European Champions game. He was there.
Yeah.
He came off, but for me, Giroud, we should have never let
Giroud
go.
I think the thing is also the fact that at the time, I believe, was that now when we got Lukaku in, and from that point it was gonna be like, if not for the debacle with Lukaku, it was gonna be Lukaku that was gonna be more of a next player.
Even Lukaku, Tuchel didn't want Lukaku either. if you
No, no,
remember.
no, no, no. I know, but what I'm saying is the point was
Yeah.
that the club was bringing in another new number one striker. You understand? So
Yes.
it was
Oh,
clear.
yeah,
It was clear that Giroud wasn't gonna be the main man. And to be fair, when he first got into AC Milan, he was actually playing more often than now. It's only now that he's beginning to see on the
yeah.
bench. So
Yeah, that's
True.
what I'm saying.
and
But
that was
he's
why he was able to make the Euro and the World Cup squad. You know.
yeah. Yes,
So
true.
it
True.
worked out for him. It worked out for him in the end because at least he was. If he stayed with us, he might not have been considered for, the World Cup.
That's
Ocean,
why.
when did Giroud leave? Did he leave in January?
I forgot what month it
I,
was.
I forgot, but I think he left just because he left. No, he didn't leave in January.
I
It
No, it
think it
wasn't
was
was
here
summer.
when
before.
Yeah,
Lukaku was
summer.
here. It wasn't here when Lukaku was here. He left in the summer. Not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left.
I
He
think.
left just in the summer when Lukaku came in. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel Giroud was our best striker since
He
Costa.
was, man. Look how
Yeah,
many. He won us a Europa Cup, single-handed. Against Arsenal. Remember in Baku Baku.
Baku. Yeah.
Yeah, Baku.
Mhm.
Yeah, and not just the goals he scored for us, God. But Tuchel didn't fancy him. It wasn't the way Tuchel wanted to play. We all know what happened. That was one of Tuchel's downfalls as well for
Mm.
me. Yeah, he had a great Tuchel. Yeah, I loved him. He was a great manager, but he had his faults.
Um,
Yeah, go on. Jack.
yeah. The one last thing I wanted to talk about, is the whole Mason Mount thing.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I've obviously been hearing people's different opinions and stuff over the last couple of days on in space and stuff. And yeah, I agree with Certify what you said earlier. I actually said it the other night, to be fair. I said that this whole Mason Mount thing is divided the fan base into two things, like the people that want him to stay and the people that want him out. And now I'm a firm believer that I personally, for me, I would never want a player out unless I thought personally in my own gut when I watch them play for my team, when I look at them and they do the same mistakes over and over again, I would understand why people would want him out. But I think with Mount, yeah, personally for me, I think it's two things. I think number one reason why I think most of the fans want him out is because I feel like he gets used as a scapegoat in terms of how they lose games, and the first person they draw to when they lose games is him because he plays in the starting 11 and etc etc. And then the whole number two is the whole contract situation, like Bobby said. I agree with what Bobby said earlier. Like, if he signs his contract or not, this whole charades will come to an end. But with contract situations, they're tricky because, you know, like we don't know what's happening. We don't know what they're offering or how much he wants or how longer he wants. Like, it's contract situations are really, really they're very sticky thing in football because you don't want to give him too much money or a longer deal because normally the club would want to have like a resale value or if they want to sell him on. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of those, or even like if they don't agree a new deal, then they'll end up leaving him for free, and his market value would have been like really good. So it's one of those ones where I think they're trying to like tie it up as quickly as possible. Now, like obviously he's been linked with us. Barring that I put loads of stuff about it in the chat, which I do apologise for, but I'm not going to apologise for me getting excited over a player, which I think would be really good for our team. I firmly believe, yeah. This is what I said the other night. I think there's two choices for Mount. Either he stays at Chelsea and he kickstarts his career at Chelsea again, and he proves that he deserves to earn the amount of money he wants to earn. Or the second choice is going down if you want to kickstart your career at a different club and, you know, normally have a fresh start and normally find your feet again and find your ability and work under a different manager that can maybe help you and develop you into better. Well, that's why I think that's why I think Klopp would get I think Klopp could unlock Mount's potential, because I look at Mason Mount, yeah, when I watch him play, I see real potential and ability in a player, really big potential, and you know, with Mason Mount, I think if he came to us, I think he would offer us something in that midfield that we don't have at the moment. Because if you look at our midfield, it's not very energetic. It's not very press resistant. It's not very creative. Mason Mount brings a lot of. I think he does bring a bit of flair. He does bring a bit of creativity. People say that he's not a creative player. I don't agree with that, because when he first broke on the scene at Chelsea under Lampard and especially under Tuchel, which he was really good at, he actually created quite a lot of chances, and he was getting quite a few assists as well. So I firmly believe, like, if Mount came to us, he would bring us something in that midfield we haven't had in a while. And that's one of the main reasons why I think he'd be one of the midfielders we would be looking to sign. Because bearing in mind, we looking at signing like 2 or 3 midfielders in the summer. It's been like reported like loads of journalists for the summer. So, you know, if Mount's one of those targets and, you know, the interest is genuine, you know, it'll be interesting, but, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. And yeah, but yeah, I think only Mason Mount knows what he really wants at the end of the day. You know, don't listen to the agent, don't listen to the board. Figure out for yourself where you want your career to go. Do you want it to go left or do you want it to go right? That's the thing with football players.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's true.
Dex,
I
do you know
mean,
what?
yeah, go on. Yeah, go on, Certified.
Dex, do you know what? Do you know what I feel? Yeah. I think Mason Mount, he's always been a creative player. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't agree when people keep on when I've said Mason Mount he's not a creative player. He is, but I think what people are trying to say
He
on
was.
the creative, what people should have said is this. I think he lost a bit of his creative abilities. I'm not saying he can't, but he's lost the creative abilities he used to have. Like, do you remember Ocean and Nick, where he would play the 10 and then he doesn't make the through ball, or the through ball gets intercepted. You know what I'm saying? And I've also seen the stats. I've seen a stat, and I will look for it and I'll send it to all of you. Do you know most of the counterattacks and that we've started and the transitions that have started from Mount? Have you realized when he was starting? When he was I'm not. This is not something I made up. This is not something I made up.
Look, we all know. Yeah, we all know. You know, we all know. You know how bad he's been. All right, Havertz had the same thing. He was out of form, Havertz, but Havertz stuck to it, and he got where he's got where he is now. He's improved a lot, Havertz, and we know Mason Mount can do the same, but I don't know where his mind's on. His mind is in two. He's got 2 minds now. Should I sign?
Yeah, and
should I wait and try and get more? I think he's got bad influences. Telling him to try and get more money.
Yeah,
that's
for me.
On. Yeah,
on Mason Mount, it's his decision at the end of the day. We can't, and even if he does decide that the best move for him is Liverpool, do you know what I'm saying? I don't want the fan base, because already the fan base are on Bowley. It's like there were even people planning to protest if Mount leaves.
There won't be anything. That's all talk.
I know, but I know it's all talk, but I've even heard.
Can I just say something
about
the Mason Mount issue, right?
Certified. Finish your point, Certified, and then Ocean can come in.
Let me just finish my point. They were planning on if Mount goes, then Bowley is the biggest. This Todd Bowley doesn't want the best for the club. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's lots of meltdowns on Twitter. Yeah,
you see,
they're already saying it. You know what I'm saying?
I've been replying to them all day.
if like they exactly, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's even made me laugh. And there's certain platforms that I've been crying. I'm not crying, but you know what I mean. They were
Oh God,
complaining.
I've seen it.
It
Yeah,
made it kind of made me laugh. I can't. It made me laugh to the
they
point
already started. God,
I
and
couldn't breathe.
you know what I do?
Because
You know
it's
I reply
crazy.
to. I don't let anyone talk shit about Chelsea. I tell
Mm,
them what they can do. Tubes and Johnny talking a lot of rubbish as usual. Yeah,
mm.
I said to them, you're acting like 2 10-year-old
Yeah,
girls.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
that's why I said, yeah, go check
Because
Twitter.
I've
You're gonna
never seen this sort. I've never seen
me and
this sort of.
Oda was there with me. He was
Yeah,
replying our reply. I was back in order. I
yeah.
said a lot of things to them. They shut up. They
It,
don't
it's
reply.
made it's made me laugh because no one had a go at the
No,
Roman for the
no.
Hazard. If he doesn't manage to, it's just only when Mason they praise him like the
I told you
Messiah.
these
I mean, he's a good
people.
player.
Like we
It's
said it
crazy.
before, they're not Chelsea fans, not for the whole team. They support
Yeah,
one player. And there's a few of them. It's not just Johnny. There's a lot of them who just
yeah.
support Mason Mount.
And I
Yeah,
mean, for me, like.
we know what's going on.
I want Mason Mount to stay. I mean, but
Yeah,
even if he does, it's under his decision. I mean,
it's
Bowley's giving him
absolutely.
a like a free. What we shouldn't do is Bowley is this, Bowley's that. That's what I'm saying.
You know,
But
the last thing I want Bolly to do is give him more than what he's offered him. 180,000 a week is a lot of money for a
yeah,
24-year-old, and
yeah, that's good money.
and he's not even playing well. So take your money, and get back like you were, and you will get what you want in the end. But you have to
That's what
prove
I'm
it,
saying.
man. Prove it
That's the
on the
thing.
pitch. I'm fed up coming to Chelsea watching him. Can't even take a corner. What's this? Never in my life I've seen a Chelsea player not able to take a corner. But that's what he's been
Yeah,
doing lately. And
but
I'm
yeah,
fed up. I don't
but
want to see that anymore. I don't want to, and I'm glad Potter has dropped him. He's not injured. He dropped him because he
mm,
knows he has to start winning.
I
And
mean,
he ain't gonna.
Fabrizio even came out and said it. He
Yeah,
came out and tweeted it. I saw it. I mean,
yeah.
he was never injured. So
No,
all
he
these
wasn't.
people, like, yeah, I even like he was never injured. It's just the contract. It was very complicated. You know what I'm saying? So he had to sit out and rethink on what he
Yeah,
had to do. You know what I'm saying? But
true.
Dex, about Liverpool. To be fair, it's one of those games, man. You can't really say anything. I mean,
Mhm.
it's like it's one of those games. I mean, this is why the league is the best in the world. I mean, even the teams below us are the most hardest. They're the most hardest
Mhm.
teams they're the hardest teams to beat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
because they have this passion. Everyone wants to stay up. I mean, football
Yeah, I
in
mean, none
England is
of
different.
us. We
Yeah,
also we all had Liverpool to win. I said 3-0. You said 2-0.
yeah.
Gordon said 2-0. But it shows Bournemouth go and win 1-0.
Nick,
Anything can happen, man.
yeah, like
Uh,
that's what I'm saying. I mean,
but
when
yeah,
Chelsea play a bottom half team, I'm not that confident in fighting for relegation because
no.
even I think this is the most entertaining
Everton,
relegation battle.
Everton are going to come to fight for their lives. Don't forget.
Exactly, Stamford Bridge.
So
They're going to come to Stamford
let's
Bridge
go
and
to
fight for their life.
Ocean.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
do Everton. We're going to do on Friday, like
Yeah.
always. But let's go to Ocean. See his thoughts about Leicester, about Mason Mount, and everything. Ocean, come in, please.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't even get to give my player ratings for the Leicester match. So for me, I mean, I've heard all of the player ratings earlier. I think for me, it's gonna be much like it's pretty much for me like almost like a 8 across. But let me just go from back to front, right? I I,
Mm,
I will give Kepa a 7.5. I think it was just a standard good game from him, and he did save us like
he did, yeah. Two
couple
great saves, I
shots.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and for the goal, contrary to what I've heard others say, I don't really blame him for that goal. As like I'm not taking too harsh on that goal for me.
It
So
was
I think it was just one of those. It was a fine goal too. Let's be honest. It was a snapshot from the
it was
strikers.
a very hard shot. Yeah, you're right.
So
Yeah.
I give him a 7.5. For the three defenders, the three backs, that's I think I'm gonna give. I think it was a fine game from Koulibaly and Cucurella. So I give those two 8.
Yeah.
And for Fofana, I think Fofana was just slightly more quiet for me than those two. So I give
He was
Fofana
quieter. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
I give Fofana a 7.5 as well. The wing back, I think Ruben was brilliant for me in that right wing back. I give him an 8. Uh, Chilwell was one of the two good performers for me, him and Kai Havertz. So I just put it out there, both of them 8.5 for me. The two central defenders, I give them 8. That's the Kovacic and Enzo. I think they were
Yeah.
solid in the middle of the pack. And they didn't really have to do much because the game didn't really stay in the midfield for the most part. It was just like pretty much end to end for the most part. So, but they were solid when they needed to be. So, what's his name? Joao Felix for me was just a little bit basic. I'll give him a 6.5. I'm not too harsh on him for the goal. I mean, even though he did let the chance for the goal, but I'm not too harsh because I just feel like it's one of those things that can happen. So I'm not really heavily criticizing him. But I think other than that too, he was a little bit really quiet. Like most of the things he tried to do didn't really pan out as much as he wanted. So I'd give him a 6.5. Modric for me, I give him a 7.5 as well because I think he was somewhat of an unfamiliar position for him, playing for most of the game as the farthest man forward in the central position, and I think he still tried and did his best. And for him, I think it's a good confidence booster for him to get his rhythm up and kind of acclimatize to the league even more and everything. And more importantly, I was happy because at least he got the assist in the end. So at least
great cross.
we didn't hear the whole 07 shouts that people were waiting to tweet. So
for me, he was great. He was great. Second half, he was really.
Yeah, and like I said, Havertz was good in his position, a little behind the central place where he was able to glide left and right, like be more involved and pop up for those late, arriving late in the box and all of those things. So yeah. That's my whole player rating, and for the Graham Potter, I'm gonna give him a 8 because building on the 2 previous win and for this one, I think it's a confidence booster for him to.
Everyone tonight, we all gave Potter 8 and onwards.
Yeah,
a few of us were 8. A couple 9 and Reese gave him 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's a bit much to give him
too
10
much.
out of 10.
I don't give anyone 10 unless
I don't give any. Like I didn't even. That's what I said. That's why I said even for the game, I didn't want to give anybody a 9 because I don't think the game was all of that, but I think it was just good enough for us to build. To build our confidence. And for the Mason Mount, I'm just gonna wrap it up and say all of these talks about Mason Mount, I don't want to go into it because at this point I'm just tired. But the thing I just want to highlight is that these things, once people take emotions out for the fans, then we would understand that this is 2 different sides that have what they're fighting for. Well, Mason Mount maybe trying to look for, a little more pay, and with his family involved, they're looking a little more pay and compensation and all of that. But at the end of the day, the club too is going to do what's best for the club. So when I hear all of this comparison that is worth this amount or that amount, I don't get it because for me, first of all, the 180 that is being reported lately now, he was on he's currently on 80K a week, if the reports are to be true. So 180 is already more than times two his wage currently. So if the new board is offering you more than times two your wage, I mean, what else? How are you coming and telling you deserve this and that? So I don't get why people are making it more like, oh, he's been this and that, he deserves this wage, and I don't think there's a case of deserving here. The club has to look at what they think is right on their own books as well. You understand? And for example, for his position, they're gonna be having a lot of players around his position there, like the Enzos, the Kovacic, the Kantes, all of them, all on big wages. So why are you gonna? And all of these players can't play at once. So he's not. His role is not as important where they're gonna have to secure him with a massive fee. Because I've seen people try to compare it to like Reece James' position, right? Reece James is our key first starter for the right back. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he is very vital to his role. Whoever is going to be playing there is going to be playing second fiddle to him. But for Mount is going to be one of many people in his positions. So, I think the club is already being generous enough. Maybe he could push a little more and they could find a compromise. But if they don't and he feels like he wants to move on, I don't think I will be too forced about it. No. If he stays, I won't be too forced about it either. It's all about playing well for the club if you decide to stay.
Yeah, we
and
talked
if you
a lot
decide to
about
go, Chelsea will be Chelsea.
Yeah, of course. We support Chelsea. You, me, everyone here. We don't support one player like some crazy fans we have, but we do have some fans like that.
And I like the thing that Bobby said before he left too, with the whole, the grass is not always greener on the other side. If he goes somewhere else, even the whole fact that we're talking, how many clubs are really going to offer him that 220 that he's wanting? Yeah. You understand?
I don't think many will.
Is Liverpool going to offer him 220?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
He's out of form. How's like you said? How's the club going to offer him more? 180? It's massive for me. Boli is so generous. Really, he should take it and get on with playing football. I find it really crazy. Ocean, because he's young. If he stays and wants to be at this club, we know he's got the talent. All he has to do is train hard and get back in the team. Maybe that's what he's going to do. I hope so. Let's see.
And the thing is, I feel like he's negotiating from a bit of a disadvantaged position here, because if all of the times he was putting in those performances earlier with the previous board in charge, if he had kind of come up at that time and told them to up his contract, maybe they moved it from like 80 to like 150 or thereabout, and he's now coming to tell the board that, oh, we need to renegotiate now. That's a bit, considerable. But with the previous board and all you did then, you were at 80. Now the new board is coming. You've not done much in their eyes, So for you to be now wanting to jump from 80 to like almost times three of your wage, that's a bit ridiculous. They're gonna look at it like, no, it's not really worth that. So if they're giving him 180, it's a good thing. If I was to advise him, I say take that.
Yeah, I mean,
get back on the training pitch, work on your game, build it. If you get your form back, and let's say towards the middle or ending of next season, you're beginning to look like you're indispensable to the team again. Before you know it, you can be negotiating for a pay raise.
Of course, that's what talks. Being, playing great, playing good, doing your job, getting goals, Chelsea will give you a bigger contract. Bowley will, but you have to prove it. On the pitch. We have to move. We have to win games, and we can't win games when we keep playing out of form players. I want that stop now. Pora is getting it better now. Let's continue. I hope. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We all said the same really about Mason Mount. It's up to him. We can't force him to do anything. And these fans, like I said before, they get me really angry on Twitter when they say Bowley is this and Bowley that. Bowley doesn't want to do this because something. I forgot what they were saying now. But
the thing that even annoys me the most is when people say it deserves what is asking. That word is like,
oh yeah,
why do you say it deserves much? How many?
They were saying Top Bowley, give him 220,000 a week. Why not?
Yeah, let's be honest. Let's be honest. How many players his age and his level of talent are really earning all of that ridiculous amount?
He's got, I think because Rhys James got that great contract, he wants the same. I know Sterling gets a lot, but that's what at the time, that's what the decisions Bowley made. He wanted to pay because Tuchel wanted Sterling.
But the thing, people just need to apply context, right? Like for example, with Sterling. This is someone with his level of experience you're bringing in from another big club. He was already on astronomical wages.
That's why.
Where he's coming from. So there's really not much you can do to lowball him. Otherwise, he will be like, I'm not coming.
I don't think it's not so much still. I think Rhys James, because they grew up together at Chelsea, they played together from a young age. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
The Rhys James factor is something too.
Yeah,
but like I said, to explain it, in any company, when they're looking at why do you think any company they look at the importance of the different employees to different aspect of the company? Now take that and look at it on the broad scale of things. In Chelsea as a whole, like I just said, when you look at the both of them's position, right? Rhys James, as long as he stays fit, is a starter 100% in his position.
Of course, we all know.
And the only person we brought in is clearly to deputize for him. You understand? So, but for Mount, like I said, if we decide to play 3-man midfield or a 2-man midfield, he's going to have to be competing with about 5 other different players that are equally of good qualities.
Exactly.
You understand? Why would they now choose to give you way astronomical? Like, let's be honest, the likes of Kovacic, Enzo, well, I think Kante is the one that's maybe a little bit up in the close to 300 too, but Kovacic and Enzo, they're like 1 something each too, 150 thereabout. So why should they now give you way more than those ones? Because you're going to be competing.
If they do that, every player
will start demanding. Exactly,
and
everybody will start demanding.
Bowley wants to get rid of the player power.
Exactly.
I'm with Bowley. I was before he became the owner. I wanted him to be the owner of our club, and Roman did, and I do. He's doing the right thing for me. Maybe he made a mistake sacking Tuchel so early, but I'll forgive him. He made a mistake to bring Graham Potter, I think. I still think that was a mistake by him, but
I agree. But time will tell, like you said.
Time will tell, but he's human. But he didn't have any sporting director. We said, how many times we said it? He didn't have anyone to advise him. Now he has. And they're advising him what to do, and he's doing it. So I want Bowley to carry on don't be, I don't 180. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. That's like we said. No one's bigger than the club.
Yeah, and you have to factor in when they're looking at the possibility, like this is a club that is also looking at the possibility of bringing in like a Felix, right?
Mm.
So look at it now. When they bring in like a Felix and they have Enzo, have Kovacic, have Mount, that's like how many players for
Mm.
two positions?
Exactly. So you have to
So
fight.
yeah,
And the
so
players,
why would you then pay all of them astronomical wages when you're only going to be using two at a time in any given match?
you should realize. I don't know. Let's see what he does, but it's up
So
to him. We can't
yeah,
do it.
it's
But
up
we
to
said
him
everything.
right
This
now.
last week we've been talking about Mason Mount on Spaces here. We just want the best for the club and for Mason Mount, because when he came from Derby and got in that first team, he was great. I loved him. I still do, but he's not the same player. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the thing I have.
Yeah, but the thing for me is, I appreciate him for his level of quality. I might not rate him as much as other people do, but I still think he's a good player.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when I look at the thing for me is that as long as it's not a dispensable, like it's not an indispensable player, like it's not a complete starter, because I don't think he should be a complete starter in our team for like every game, week in, week out. I think the position is up for grabs. Competition is going to be strong there. So in that case, when I'm looking at it like that, from that angle, I'm thinking 180 should be enough for you, because I don't see why I should be paying someone 350 240, and that person is not even going to be guaranteed to be playing week in, week out. So 180 is enough for you. And I like something that I think we've discussed too in one of them spaces sometime, I think, where Bobby said something like the thing where when you have family taking care of business for you, emotions is going to be involved. Like with his father doing business, of course his father is going to be trying to get as much money, and they might not be looking at the right thing for his own career as a whole. They might be looking at the money.
They're looking at the money for the whole family. That's why he won't sign. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I said it
and
before.
It's not always the best way to go, because sometimes if you think because of money, if you go to another club, they might give you that money, but find out later you might start getting benched over there, and before you know it, you might be irrelevant and you not able to get a good career contract.
You don't know what's going to happen. Like Dex, said, if he comes to Liverpool, Klopp will turn him into this and that, but that's not 100%. He can work the other way. He can flop.
Earlier in this,
and he can even, he can flop, and no club will have him. And
earlier in this chat, you guys made an example of Hazard. Look at Hazard. He went to Madrid. Look at what happened. That hasn't panned out well for him. People, if people remember as well, I'll even give you an example. Arjen Robben back in the day. Remember when he first came to us after the first season? He was flying and everything. Madrid came and it was enticing, and he went to Madrid. Madrid didn't pan out well for him, if not because he was lucky enough to then go on to Bayern and then use that to make his name. The Real Madrid that he left us for didn't work as well as he wanted it. So sometimes the grass is not always greener on the other side.
Exactly.
So this is somewhere you are. You came through the ranks. The fans love you. You associate well with the team. So just build on that. The people that are critical of you kind of right now, still
you can
understands
win them
that
back.
you can
No,
get your
because
form back.
because every Chelsea fan at the beginning we all loved Mount. All of us. He was playing great.
Yeah.
And we couldn't believe how he lost that form. Suddenly, he lost all the form because he's in two minds. He's thinking for the money for his family, maybe. Do I leave this club where I was 7 years old? I grew up here. Well, it's going. A lot of things going through his mind. If you don't have the right parents, dad, mum, or anyone, the right people around you, you're going to make the wrong decision. They're probably telling him, if it's like we think, go for the money, try and get more money and all this, they're going to ruin him.
Yeah. Also, he
obviously,
has to. The thing that he has to understand is that the situation right now, and that's the key thing that I can't stop stressing. The situation has changed so much now, where there's a lot of options there, and we can, like, right now we are in a place where we literally just looked at it and said, oh, we're okay to let Jorginho leave, right? Now we're looking at it and we're looking at the situation, and we're in a place where we can decide, oh, do we want to buy Felix or not even buy Felix? We have the luxury of options in that position.
True.
We're in a place where we can look at Mount and be like, okay, with the options we have, we can actually afford to let him go.
That's why I said
So,
the club is being very generous to him.
yeah, he has to
Very
understand
generous.
he has to understand his position when he's negotiating. If you play too much of a hard ball, you might end up losing it all.
Exactly.
They might decide to take off the offer and be like, okay, you know what? If you're not going to come to compromise, then we will just get money for you.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see.
We'll wait and see. The only thing I just beg is, right now I'm just tired. I need the whole media and everything to just cool off on the whole reports.
We've been on this
let the club and the players, let them deal with the negotiation.
Exactly.
And when it's done, we move on, because I'm just tired of these rumors every day. Oh, this is what is happening. That is what's happening
for ages. We should concentrate on the, on the team playing well, winning.
And that's a distraction for the team as a whole too.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. So you're right. Anything else you want to say?
That's all for now. It's been nice. I would try to jump in again on Friday when you guys have the
Friday we're
preview.
Ocean will be doing the Everton preview on Friday. Plus we're gonna give out our predictions for every league game, all the Premiership games that we do. Plus everything else. I will send you the link from now. It's up to. Don't worry, if you come, you come on. If you don't, but it's good what you said. You came. You text me. I'll send you the link. Yeah, no problem.
Sure, no problem.
The more panelists, the better for the show. Thanks for coming. I think we said it all today, folks. Just under 3 hours we've been on. That's the usual. We usually on 3 hours. Ocean usually. So we're gonna end it. Let me just get this ready. Where is it? We end because we won. We have to end it with the greatest song in football history, which is "Blue Is the Color," of course. Get it? Let me just find it. Where is it gone? Oh. Because we won. When we win, we play Blues the Color, Ocean.
That's right.
When we lose, I don't play it. I'll play oh God, yeah. Sorry, we'll just get it up here.
Keep the blue flag flying.
Exactly, yeah. Come on, I don't know what I'm doing here. It's gone from me. Where's it gone? Oh, it's coming. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, with that, folks, thanks whoever watched us, people all around the world. Thanks for the people in the chat, and whoever come on, Up the Chelsea, and everyone else. Varna, of course, I don't know if you're still here. Maybe you're gone. But yeah, I'm glad to see you came on again in the chat. Yeah, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, folks, please subscribe and always hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. It only helps the channel to grow. So with that, and thanks to all our panelists tonight. Ocean, he's still here with me. Certified OG, Bobby, Deals, of course, Dex. Did I miss anyone? Reese, of course. Yeah. Thanks to all of them who come on in the panel tonight. And we'll be back Friday, usual time for the Chelsea Everton preview. So till Friday, good night, or good afternoon, or good morning, depends where you are. And God bless you all. Thanks a lot. Yeah, and we go out with a great song, Blues of Color, for everyone. We're all together. Winning is the aim. Fill our soul for the fire. Chelsea the name. And the breeze will rain or shine. We can shine all the time. Away, come and see us play. Any day, hey, blue is the color, football is the game, we're all together, winning is the aim, to cheer us all through the sun and rain. Chelsea is the name, come to the shed and we'll welcome you. Where you're blue, as sweet as blue, singing out and clear to the baby, one Chelsea, everyone. Oh, blue is the color, blue is the name, we're all winning is the aim, the sun. Chelsea is the name.
Football is the game. We're all together. Winning is our aim. So cheer us
up to the sun. Chelsea.
Yep.
Nice one.